Oh, it's an ammo rack!
And look at that, they trapped the heavies in the middle here.
That's not ammo rack!
Legion is actually the team rushing in here after if North maybe get shut down early on.
Won't you tell me now?
Ooh, that was an ammo rack.
Won't you tell me now? Won't you tell me now? Release the savage.
Oh dear, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh dear. And he's going to shut down General potentially. I think we'll be going through. Rebels trying to block, sir. This is a really good attack by Mary Cooper. Oh man, 1,200 hit points almost. Ariana Grande. Oh, it's an ammo rack from Killer from North. Also no party without me.
Lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow. I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell instead of death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Oh, it's an ammo rack.
And look at that, they trapped the heavies in the middle here.
That's not ammo rack.
Legion is actually the team rushing in here. Africa North maybe get shut down early on.
Won't you tell me now?
Ooh, that was an ammo rack.
Won't you tell me now? Won't you tell me now?
Oh dear, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh dear. And he's going to shut down General potentially. I think we'll be going through. Rebels trying to block, sir. This is a really good attack by very few. Oh man, 1,200 hit points almost. Ariana Grande. Oh, it's an ammo rack from Killer from North. Also no party without me.
My best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow. I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. best best friend for 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Good evening, everyone. So, welcome back to the EU server. We're back on the Blitz Cup preliminaries. I've kind of switched things up, sorry. Welcome back to the Blitz Cup preliminaries. We are back on the EU server. Remember the 8 teams: APA, Endgame, Immortals, Legion, Loka, Raid, Zeus, and Win in the top 8. And for those who are new to this, who are just watching the esports for the first time, we are on Blitz Cup preliminaries. So this is the format I'm going to tell you. All games are best of 7. That is, whichever teams wins the first 4 matches will win that fixture. Next, the tournament is run in a single round robin format. That is, each team will play 7 other teams. You can think of it like a football league where one club will play, let's say, 7 other clubs in the 8-club league, and they will all play in a neutral venue, and we will only play with one another once. So this is what is meant by a single round robin format. 1 point is given to a fixture win, and 0 points are given to a fixture loss. So no empathy will be given to tiebreaker loss. No more extra points will be given to a very dominant performance. So if you win 4-0 and if you win 4-3, you still get 1 point. If you lost 3-4 and if you lose 0-4, still 0 points. So it is what it is. You can't blame Wargaming for that, okay? So we have the top 4 clans with the most points who will advance to the Blitz Cup. And they will be battling out for the $50,000 prize pool. Finally, in case of a tie in the 4th place, the following parameters are considered in this order. First, we consider the head-to-head result. Then, we will consider total game wins. Finally, we'll consider the total battle duration. What it means is that the clan who wins the most quickly will be ahead of the other clan who wins less quickly. So this is going to be the parameters considered for a tiebreaker situation. This is a timeline for you. We are on the 3rd match day of the Blitz Cup preliminaries. There is one more match day to go, and that is on Sunday, 11th of October. And by that time, you will know the top 4 after the 7th match day there. So the top 4 will advance to Blitz Cup for the EU server. It's going to be held on the 21st to the 22nd of November. And if you're wondering why we have 8 teams here tonight, previously they battled in the previous skill tournaments where they played with in 8 match days, and these 8 teams are actually the best 8 teams in the previous skill tournaments, reaping up enough number of cups so that they are now in the Blitz Cup preliminary. So the 8 teams you're seeing here, they are the 8 best teams in the EU server, technically. Quotation marks. I'm not going to delve into that, why I would like to use quotation marks. So This is the map pool. For the 5th fixture, we're going to start with Faust, Winter Mononovka, Helles, and finally Alpenstadt. For the 6th fixture, we're going to start with Castilla, Fort Despair, Alpenstadt, and finally Normandy. This is the table for you. Loka is now with 4 points, top of the table, and APA and SOS wins with 1 point each. They are at the foot of the table, so there are loads to play for tonight, and tonight all the games are equally important, so you won't miss any exciting stuff watching this stream, I can assure you, even though you're only seeing one game with a big 4 there. But I can really assure you, you're going to be excited, thrilled, exhilarated, intrigued, whatever the word you might want to use. Everything would be jam-packed into the 2 hours you're going to witness very soon. Schedule for you. This is my stream schedule. I'll be streaming Loka vs Immortals first, and then Immortals vs SOS. And finally, for Sunday, I'll be streaming Loka vs SOS only. And every game sticker will be having that coin stream that day, and he will be streaming Endgame versus, if I can remember correctly, Endgame versus Win. That's also a very important match for Win if they want to get into the top 4. Tonight, Mnet's going to start off with Endgame vs Legion, and then Loka vs Legion. Fujit will be starting off with Win vs SOS, and then Win vs Raid. Then we have Peter with Endgame vs Legion. Good evening, Patrick. And then Endgame vs APA. I'll be starting off with Loki vs Immortals, and then Immortals vs SOS. Finally, Rip will be starting with Raid vs APA, and then Win vs Raid. The time given here is in Central European time. That's the time in France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Spain, etc. There will be a 5-minute delay in this stream, plus 20 more seconds of latency delay. 5-minute delay is a delay recommended by Wargaming. This is because the first waiting time is around 5 minutes, and this is to prevent teams from looking at the opponent's lineup and potentially during the battle where they are going. This is what we call stream sniping. We want to prevent that to happen. So there will be a stream delay of 5 minutes plus 20 more seconds of latency delay. The lower the latency, the harder it is to have a good picture quality. So this is the latency has been set to the highest setting, so you won't be suffering from very bad picture quality or something like that, or jittering in the stream. However, you might be noticing a sudden stream cut at the middle of the stream. Yeah, if that happens, reload the page. This happens to my past streams. I don't know why. I hope YouTube is going to find a solution to that, but that will happen during the stream. I don't know when, but it will happen. So if the stream suddenly buffers, refresh the page, and you should be able to watch the stream again. Right? So this is how you can get coins. Follow the following steps. My moderators will put a link in the chat. Click on that lazy link and you can get your rewards and coins. So let's start.
Release the savage.
Right, this is the Locust team for you. Ariana Grande is the captain of the team. Then we have Unisex, Spitfires, DF, No Point For Me at the GQ, RG, Survivor 99, Trapman 55, and Phoenix. The team they are going to face will be Immortal. So let's get Immortal trailer up, shall we?
That's not Amarak!
This is Immortals lineup. Gaseo Jones is the captain of the team, and then we have Donda, Mest296, Rudy or Rudavi. I'll call him Rudy because that's what the leader of Immortals told me. Teamco, CHRD, A158 Coke, or just A158 Coke or Artichoke, which is a really good nickname I love to call. But A158 Cook for formality purposes. Flankeo Jones, Ellens, combine in more. Da Silva, and Romeo Jones. This is the last 5 games. Look at winning all five of their winning all of their last 5 games. So they're currently on a good run of form, and long may that continue. While Immortals are fluctuating between a loss and a win, and a loss and a win, and because the wins happen every other game. So, would that be a win for Immortals, and would Logan be dented in the campaign for the top four? But Logan have 4 points at the moment, so they have nothing to lose really. Immortals, they have more. They have more at stake, so they really need to win this one absolutely if they want to be in the top four. This is their last 5 matchups. Loka winning 3 of the last 5 matchups against Immortals. 2 of them here shown are the most recent ones. Immortals quite closely matched, and then below that 4-0 there, it was a completely Immortals team, so that couldn't be that well, not really something that you should take notice of. You should be taken with a grain of salt. That's what I would say. So let's go and ask Thomas Peterson. What do you think about the results? If you don't know who Thomas Peterson is, check the description below, and I've written a paragraph about Thomas Peterson. Basically, to sum it up, it is a supercomputer using a very complicated algorithm considering the results on the between the 2 clans and the maps and the day the matches it was played, and with that complex algorithm that Thomas Peterson put in its thoughts about the prediction of the clan. So we're going to start with Endgame versus Legion. So Endgame versus Legion, Endgame would lose 3-4 to Legion. Meanwhile, Win versus Souls. Win is predicted to win 4-0 against Souls. Next we have Raid versus APA. Raid will be winning 4-1 against APA, and finally it will be Loka versus Immortals. Loka will be winning 4-1 against Immortals. The numbers, see, if you don't know what it means, the lower the number, the higher the probability the scenario is going to happen. This is the number for the odds. So imagine you put €1 to Thomas Peterson. If you get that, if you say Loka 4-1 against Immortals, you will get €1.63 back. That's how odds work in this way. And unfortunately, you know, the Streamlabs isn't really working. The bots is not really working, so can't really do something about that. But Loka 4-1 or 4-2 against Immortals seem to be a very probable result in the end. So we have the room up already, so let's head into the room, and we are into Faust. Loka versus Immortals. So Loka will be going with Ariana Grande in the T22, No Problem For Me in the E5 alongside Spitfires and Akka GQ, Algae in the 215B, DF in the Crown Vargan and Unisex T22. Meanwhile, Gaseo Jones going with an E5 and Danda's going in the T22. We have triple E5s. No, quadruple E5s played by Gaseo, Flankeo, Teamco, and Rudy. Finally, we have the Silver potentially in the Leopard 1. But then we have seen some changes. Romeo Jones in the IS4, Teamco in the T22 alongside Danda. And on Faust, Lucas on the north side, Immortals on the south side. Let's get the map up, shall we, with Faust. Faust is the map that you might expect to see some big pushes coming on the south side. Will be through this flank, this lane here. They might take a little bit of the Rams up there and may even try to get C in the end. On the north side, it's possible that Clans could push on the side and do some trouble, but this is rarer than this push. So we're going to see what two teams will do. But then it's a top 8 match, so all the teams should should theoretically be ready to set up for defensive formation when the opponents try and do a push strategy or a rush strategy. If you can, B is a very hard cap to get, but if you could get it at the start, then you put the team in a very good cap lead. While C and D would be the caps both teams would like to go for first, but we've been seeing that capturing D is more you can capture D more quickly than capturing C, usually with a heavier tank. So we'll see what's going to happen. No, don't know about mad games. It's not about mad games. The games would be mad for sure, but it's not a mad game. Oh, before I forget, oh, got the scoreline right. There we go. Transition up. First game, Loka versus Immortals. Ooh. Wait, the outfit's a bit weird. Well, I hope you don't mind about the alpha of the transition. It shouldn't be like that. Hello, Zay. Tai saying judos noodles. Sist care. I don't know. Car. I don't know French, sorry. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Who subscribed to me? We are seeing Loka going for C and a little bit of B. Thank you for subscribing, Varden. Meanwhile, Immortals are going to capture D at the start, and they are also putting some attention over to A. And Loka finally capturing C. But will we see a cap reset on D? No, it's not going to be the case. Gaseo is spotted. And obviously, Wargaming has broken the update, and now I can't use the number hotkeys to go down into a tank, so I have to kind of use my mouse and then make that call in the end. But the air's taking a bit of hit because they just missed by quite a mile. I can't measure exactly, without a measuring tape or from the wheel, I can't really do any measurement about that. But Ariana Grande is going for B, but he bounced onto Romeo Jones. Will Romeo Jones be able to reset B, but he's getting punished by Egg and GQ a bit. Oh no, Romeo Jones is getting more and more punished, and Ariana Grande successfully got B. Meanwhile, No Party Without Me and Spitfires are pushing very aggressively to Gaseo Jones and co. Immortals, hit points are neck and neck, so there are still loads to play for, but Immortals have dropped a couple of hit points already, and Gaseo Jones wants to shoot Ariana Grande, but he misses. Gaseo Jones not warmed up, however. Neither do the Immortals team, but the Silver bumped into this what lighthouse? this building here, so it didn't collapse, so it's a good thing to see, but it certainly isn't going to be a good stuff rise that Silver. But Ariana Grande is trying to kind of get the cap stop on D. And now Loka has the cap point advantage, and Ariana Grande needs to get away because if he insists on capturing D, that he could get punished countlessly. And he does want to save his hit points, but meanwhile we're going to see some hit points dropping for Loka's side. Hit points still neck and neck. Immortals. Gaseo Jones took a hit by Ariana Grande, but we are not seeing any we are not going to see any turbulence here. It's still relatively a stable atmosphere. And we're seeing some Russian in the chat. Cyrillic, Gaseo Jones dropping the reactive armor. Loka, are they going for a push, or this is a half-hearted attempt? But Gaseo Jones just go You know what? I'm going to go in. I don't care. But he's spearheading this, so he must be extremely careful. Meanwhile, D is captured by Loka, and Immortals doesn't have a lot of time for that. Ariana Grande is pincered by these 3 tanks of Immortals. Gaseo Jones is down to 1 shot. He needs to absolutely survive. And meanwhile, Immortals, Gaseo Jones is down. Immortals are holding on, but with Immortals, Loka with more hit points here, it's descending into pandemonium. But Romeo Jones is there to look at it. Loka's 4 tanks trying to rush Danda. Alanda is trying to escape from this quagmire, but Teamco, it's going to shut someone down, but Danda is very low. RG needs to be dealt with immediately, and he's finally down. But Loka with over 3k of hit points, this is going to be a tough one for Immortals. And Flankeo Jones is down. Danda is trying to flank, but we have triple E5s, and against 2 E5s, Crown Vargan from the F is now getting the attention from Danda, but Danda is a 1-shot. Rudy is down, and that means Loka will have the first game. Well done to Loka. There we go. Looking at the damage, Loka with 4 tanks over 2k of damage. Kronvagen did an amazing job. DF, which is 3.2k damage, no point for me. 3.1 damage, killing 1 tank at GQ, 2 tanks, 2.2k damage. On the other hand, Immortals only have 2 tanks doing more than 2k, and Romeo Jones, next one, would only be doing 1.3k damage. And Teamco killing only 1, but doing only 1,000 damage. Immortals haven't warmed up apparently, and this they need to heat up as soon as possible. If they are using the induction stove, they should abandon the induction stove and use gas stove instead, because the induction stove seems to be malfunctioning. And if they don't warm up quickly enough, Loka will be having a lot of momentum in this tournament. Meanwhile, we're going to see some changes with Ariana Grande in the T22. Quadruple E5 played by no party from Yaoji, Edgar GQ, and Survivor 99. Unisex in the T22 also. Immortals going with Gaseo Jones in the 215B. Da Silva is in the E5 alongside Romeo Jones and Rudy. Finally, we have Thunder, the Crown Vargan, and double T22 played by Flankeo Jones and Teamco. We only have 5 seconds left, and we're in for the second game. Loka on the south side, Immortals on the north side. Let's head up high and go up and see where they're going to go. Loka going for both D and C. Meanwhile, Immortals are also going for C. This is going to be interesting because it's going to be a tough one to call which clan would get the cap first. But the Silver is already in C, and Romeo Jones are doing double cap, but they absolutely must not be reset. The Silver needs to be extremely careful, but Immortals will have C at the start, but the Silver took a little bit of hit there, so does Thunder. And now that means Loka will have a hit point pool lead. But meanwhile, Teamco is getting A without any trouble at all. Ariana Grande puts a good shell into Thunder. This is going to be double fair, but let's head on to Rudy. Which is in a good position. Gaseo Jones in the RTK position, and he's looking to RG. Flankeo Jones in the bush. He needs to be extremely careful, but he can't do much with a T22 holding, so he might want to kind of flank around in Teamco. It's going to do some sporting. But he has to be absolutely careful. DF is there, and if Teamco is spotted, then DF will put some clip into Teamco. He must be absolutely careful. But now Loki with almost 1k hit point advantage. Team Co is spotted. Can DF land a shell to Team Co? He does land a shell in the Team Co. Oh man, now Loka has more than 1k of hit point advantage, and Gaseo Jones is getting chipped away for his hit points. And Loka must be riding high with the advantage they are now having. Immortals trying to hold a good horizontal straight line. They still have the cap points, but they must absolutely stop dropping hit points before Loka is able to do something about it. And Lariana Grande is now capturing B, but that won't get Loka back the cap lead, however. But Flankeo Jones getting punished on while trying to escape, and now Loka with more than 2k of hit point advantage. This is not looking good for Immortals totally. They absolutely need to start chipping away the hit points off Loka before Loka is able to make a good push. Just a good push from Loka would be sufficient. Still, nothing is happening here. Nothing much is happening. We are in a relatively dull affair, but Edgar is going to get some good overview into Rudy and Gaseo Jones, but he doesn't want to take some necessary hits, and Rudy missed. Edgar missed as well. Ariana Grande is going to capture D here. No, say I just got the cap name wrong, but Rudy, can he reset Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande cannot put a shell. Rudy bounced, missed, I mean, onto Ariana Grande, but Ariana Grande puts a good shell to Rudy, and he gets D now. Immortals with a good solid hit point pool, with Loki with a cap lead very soon. Da Silva is a little bit alone. He needs support to deal with Ariana Grande, but the Edgar GQ is quite low. Danda is trying to come in and support Da Silva, but Da Silva is getting noticed off by No Party Without Me, and that's what Lucas wanted to go for. Da Silva is trying to kill off Ariana Grande. He got support from Flankeo Jones. Meanwhile, Survivor 99 is going to shut down Flankeo Jones. He must survive. He needs to put a shell in, but he bounced onto Survivor 99. Da Silva is going to the backside of No Party Without Me. No Party Without Me takes 931, but now Danda is killed. Flankeo Jones a one shot. And Rudy, No Party Without Me, it's a one shot, but Flankeo Jones staying Loka. 981 hit. The caps are taking tremendously in their favor, but No Party Without Me is killed. Rudy, he got tracked, but it's a one shot. Meanwhile, Romeo Jones needs to stay alive, but Immortals doesn't have the hit point pool lead. And Rudy is dead, and that means Survivor 99. That Q puts Loka into a cap lead and a cap win. Let me get the scores up. I'm getting pained. Wow, Loka did really well here. They started really well. Immortals couldn't find their way into the game yet. But you never know, because RN did win their first two games on Faust, but then JV overturned them in the end. And look at the hit point pool. I mean, the damage spread by Loka, just less than 500 damage across the board. It is really, really impressive indeed. Look at, I mean, this is a good indication of focus fire and hit point pool sharing. Meanwhile, Immortals, SAJs only managed to do around 319 damage, which is not really good. Let's go to Winter Marinovka, shall we? Winter Marinovka, this is our map that I have to kind of sum up briefly because I don't have a lot of time. I wish you could buy me some time, and that would give some fragrance to my mushroom stew. If you want to have some. Mushroom stew is a good dish. You definitely want that. But B and C would be for the cap control. A would be for the map control personally. But we will see what these two teams are going to play on Winter Marinovka. That was the Winter Marinovka map you saw for a brief moment. Loki going with quintuple E5s played by Ariana Grande, No Party Without Me, RG, Edgar GQ, and Survivor 99. Meanwhile, the F is in the T22 alongside Unisex. Immortals going with Gaseo Jones in the vacant slide alongside Danda. We have triple E5s played by the Silver Team and Rudavi, or Rudy. Finally, Flankier Jones and Romeo Jones will be in the double IS4. And thank you for subscribing, Luca. Hello, Stingray. Hello, Christopher. Hello, whoever that was. It's taking some time to load into the game. It's taking a long time to load into the game. Well, we have Immortals on the south side and Loka on the north side. Where are they going to head? We're going to see very soon. Loka going for both B and C. Meanwhile, Immortals going more to A. Actually, down the Vicky Slater. Let's actually head down to this point of view. He will spawn a lot of tanks crossing into C potentially, but E5s are quick enough to evade the spotting from Danda. And Danda can only spot up nothing, however. Oh, he spotted, however. He needs to be absolutely careful. Oh, he got a shot but at the GQ. That's not good. But he took another shot. Oh my goodness me, Immortals. That's not a good start indeed. Danda already down to 1,001 hit points. But they got A, which is good news. But like KO Jones are totally aggressive. But Danda took another hit. Loka with almost 1k of hit point advantage. Immortals would be breathing heavily here, sweating. How many liters of water would be sweating right now for Immortals? Looking at that, they have a very terrible disadvantage here. But Loka, they don't need to fluster. They won't be faced, obviously. They cannot let go of this advantage, obviously. Hello. RG spotted, Team Co spotted. And Loka, they are ready up in their spawn, ready to be a push if need be. But RG took a hit there. Good first shot by Team Co, but he absolutely has to be really careful. Slowly chip away the hit points of Loka, make it difficult for Loka to rotate. That is what Immortals need to do right now. But their defensive lineup is very, very spread out. So they absolutely need to be careful of their hit points. Need to conserve as many hit points as they could be. It's currently left empty. Vacant, but Algie took a big hit. Oh my goodness me. Really good shot from Flankeo Jones. Algie, that heavy punishment means that Immortals will have a hit point pull back. Gaseo Jones, the biggest light. He will be looking to swallow out tanks over to C, but he's playing really precariously. He does not want to drop any unnecessary hit points. Ariana Grande is spotted across it, and so does Survivor 99. I think Loka is going to make a rotation, but Immortals definitely know what's going on. Immortals absolutely needs to make a defensive line as soon as possible. Team Co is leading the charge, which is not good. They need to set up a horizontal straight line. Romeo Jones needs to go in and form a good horizontal straight line with Team Co, but we are already seeing the E5s at the GQ now getting punished a bit. And B is going to be captured, or is it not? It's not about the caps now. It's about getting the tanks. This is descending into disarray. And Romeo Jones is coming in. And meanwhile, Rudy is getting passed through the Locust forces. He's dropped in reactive armor, but RG is a focus for Immortals, and this is very chaotic at the moment. Havoc happening. It's just pandemonium. Dog's dinner. This is what we call Dog's dinner. And Team Co is the first turn down this disaster area. I just cannot fathom who is going to win in this situation. But now the F is dead. Gaseo Jones is dead, and Immortals have a lot to hit point pool advantage. A Locust going for Romeo Jones in the IS-4, but Survivor 99's game focused by Immortals down and needs to come in. He has some hit points to share, and Survivor 99 is going to be killed by that Silver. It's going to be 3 versus 2 here. No polyfault is the next focus for the Immortals team, and Romeo Jones needs to stay alive. Oh, but he got killed by Unisex. Danda is still pretty far back. He is playing really carefully. but they don't want to throw away this hit point pool lead they have right now. Rudy kills off No Party Without Me, and Da Silva needs to stay safe. Danda a little bit invisible, but he needs to put a good show to any sex, and he does. But Da Silva is killed. Hit points are neck and neck. Rudy needs to put a good show to Unisex right now. He does put a good show, but Danda is getting chased by Ariana Grande. Meanwhile, Flankeo Jones is stealing with Edgar GQ, but it seems Edgar GQ is winning this flank. Unisex a one shot. Rudy dropped the reactive armor. And he took another hit, but he bounced onto Unisex. Oh my goodness me. Flankeo Jones is dead. And I think Loco will be getting this one. And they do get it by Cabs. Immortus actually fluffing this match for some reasons. I think it was the the misses and bounces they've scored that turned the tide against them in the end. They were controlling the situation so well, getting the hit point pool back into their favor. But now, with Loki on the match point, it seems Immortus, they still need that fire, they still need that spark. Unfortunately, they don't have the necessary components to create a fire triangle. Now we're going to see Unisex with both 4k, Edgar GQ with over 3k alongside Ariana Grande, No Party Without Me with 2.7k, and these 4 tanks do all 7 kills. So many Russian fans tonight. Rudy doing more than 3k damage and killing 3 tanks, while Da Silva doing more than 2k with 1 kill alongside Danda. And we are now back on the Winter Minovka with Sex 2 pro E5s taken by Loka, Ariana Grande, No Punch for me, RG, Attica GQ, Survivor 99, and Unique Sex in the quadruple in the Sex 2 pro E5s. The F in the Vickers Light. Meanwhile, we have Immortus with Caseo Jones in the Vickers Light alongside Danda, Da Silva in the E5 alongside Teamco and Rudy. Flankeo Jones will be in the Ice 4 alongside Romeo Jones. Oof. There we go. So we're back on Winter Manovka. Loki on the south side, Immortus on the north side. Thank you for subscribing, FJ. TF. Let's set up high, shall we? Loka now will be going for both B and C. Meanwhile, Immortus will be going for B and C as well. RG saying affirmative. But this time, Immortus with the E5s going for A instead. This is going to be an interesting call. But that could also be... Oh, Flankeo Jones blocked in the crossing. This is not good. Tatumori saying, I'm here, I just don't say... Yeah, but if you could keep the track back in English, that would be really nice, because I don't want moderators to translate every time in the... Want to translate every time whether you're swearing or if you're being toxic or not, so... If you could keep the chat in English, that would be really nice of you. Because this is an English stream, you should be speaking. We should be. I hope you can speak in English. Yep. So RG taking a bit of hit there. And Teamco didn't spot off the F. The F ran away sneakily, but the Immortus again with a cap lead. At GQ spotted. He's in a very aggressive position. Because it's an English stream, I have to repeat. I don't speak Russian, so I don't want the moderators to keep on translating your Russian dialogue. Because I don't know whether you're being toxic with other people or not. So if you could keep it in English, that would be really nice. Don is spotted. He spotted up tanks, no party without me, unisex, and DF. Team Crew's getting spotted a bit, getting shot at a bit, and Rudy, I don't know what I say, Rudy getting shot at a bit as well. Oh, but Loki already making a move into Flankeo Jones. I missed that. Flankeo Jones is doing a 1 vs 2, and then Loki might be trying to wrap this up. Flankeo Jones is absolutely isolated, and look at Immortals forces. They're so far away from Flankeo Jones and Loki. This is not going to be. It's going to be a no-brainer for the focus fire, and Flankeo Jones taking more and more hits, and Unitex very low. Hit points still in favor of Immortals, but Loki absolutely needs to finish off Flankeo Jones, and they did. Meanwhile, Immortals need to make a counter rotation here. And now no party film is getting tracked. It's now going to get focused by the Immortals tanks, but meanwhile we are seeing Team Crew getting punished by RG, and Da Silva is very alone. Rudy is coming in to support Edgar GQ. The Immortals, they're very disconnected. There is a huge disconnect between the forces, and if we are seeing this side, the focus fire isn't there as well. Rudy needs to absolutely make that shot, but Da Silva is attempting to block. This is not good. Rudy needs that shot into the Edgar GQ and finally got that shot in. But they wasted a lot of time trying to do that. But Da Silva needs to put a good shot to Edgar GQ, and Rudy puts a good shot to Edgar GQ. Da Silva absolutely need that shot, but he bounces, and he's dead as well. Hit puts still in favor of Loka. And Edgar GQ is dead. Rudy is down to 1 shot. Meanwhile, Ariana Grande is killed by the Immortals forces. They're trying to get B at the moment. And the Danda needs to go for C. Caps are against Immortals, but Immortals, they have B and C in their proximity. Romeo Jones needs to be absolutely careful for spear hanging this. But Loka, they will be losing their cap control very soon. And B would be the cap they would like to go for. Or would they go for isolated tanks? Romeo Jones is showing the side armor potentially. Survivor 99 is horrendously isolated. But so does the Immortals forces. They're out 1 by 1. They are very disconnected. Romeo Jones is killed by Survivor 99. It's going to be a 3 vs 2. Survivor 99 needs to survive, and he's a survivor, so he can survive. Gaseo Jones put a good show to Survivor 99, but Danda kills off Survivor 99. That's good, but RG we're looking to kill off Gaseo Jones, but just 980. Danda, will he be able to kill off? But it's a splash only, and Danda drops the adrenaline. But Loka would be winning this one since he is killed by RG. Oof. Thank you for supporting us in Russia. So thank you for watching. Loka 4-0 against Immortals. Immortals looked like the second best team, but with DF in the Vickers Light doing 4k damage and killing 2. RG killing 4 tanks doing 2.7k damage, and that's about 99 killing 1 tank doing 3.4k damage. Meanwhile, Immortals with Gaseo Jones in the Vickers Light doing more than 4k damage, killing 1 tank. Danda killing 3 tanks doing more than 2k, but that couldn't inspire Immortals to win that game. Basically, the reason is because Flankeo is so far ahead of the rest of the Immortals team, and they are very spread out in the final third. Wow, so congratulations to Loka for winning this matchup. I'm getting ping again. So do we have other results for the EU server? Nope, we are the first one with the results. So Immortals 4-0 against No, Loki 4-0 against Mortals. That is the result we have so far. So if we look at the leaderboard now, Loki will be leading with 5 points, and they are potentially through to the Blitz Cup. If um, thank you for cooperating, people. Thank you for cooperating. Try to keep it in English. We don't have a lot of moderators here moderating tonight, so I don't want to get the moderators in a little bit of tricky situation. So thank you. We're going to analyze our matches since we have a lot of time. Wow! Oh my god! Oh my god. That was a lot of views so far. I'm getting more than 500 concurrent viewers. Thank you very much for the support. 27 likes. Let's get more likes, shall we? Oh my god. Wow, I'm very surprised about that.
Stood by your side through all of the lies, watching you cry for me. Get on your knees, apologize please. No, why don't you die for me? Tell me the king, really the things, tell me that diamond ring. Get on your knees, apologize please.
And now no part. There we go. Let's start off with the first match. I think we can analyze all 4 matches here. Because we have so much time, so let's do that, shall we? Let's go for the first match. First match. And who subscribed to me? We are seeing Loka going for C and a little bit of B. Thank you for subscribing, Varden. Meanwhile, Immortals are going to capture D at the start, and they are also putting some attention over to A. And Loka finally capturing C. But will we see a cap reset on D? No, it's not going to be the case. Gaseo is spotted, and obviously, Wargaming has broken the update, and now I can't use the number hotkeys to go down into a tank, so I have to kind of use my mouse. Why a lot of messages are deleted? Don't delete any messages unless you know in a minute. In a minute, unless you know they are swearing. It's fine if they speak in our language, but just kind of politely ask them to. That will be thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. And then make that call in the end. But the F's get a bit of hit because they just missed by quite a mile. I can't measure exactly. Without a measuring tape or on the wheel, I can't really do any measurement about that. But Ariana Grande is going for B, but he bounced onto Romeo Jones. Will Romeo Jones be able to reset B? But he's getting punished by Egg and GQ a bit. Oh, Romeo Jones. He needs to be really careful because it needs to pull back. I don't know. This is a good spot though. But then Loki getting really aggressive. So maybe there are some missing tanks over to this flank for Immortals, allowing Loki to kind of get crossfire into Romeo. That will mean Immortals will be in lots of trouble. Oh no, Romeo Jones is getting more and more punished, and Ariana Grande successfully got B. Meanwhile, no party without me and Smith. But Logan now with those E5s there, very aggressive. That could put them in trouble. But then they have some crossfire over from this side and a medium tank on in the B. And we'll see what Immort's going to do about that. Flyers are pushing very aggressively to Gaseo Jones and Co. Immortals, hit points are neck and neck, so there are still loads to play for, but Immortals have dropped a couple of hit points already. And Gaseo Jones wants to shoot Ariana Grande, but he misses. Gaseo Jones not warmed up, however. Neither do the Immortals team, but the Silver bumped into this what lighthouse? this this building here, so it didn't collapse, so it's a good thing to see. But it certainly isn't going to be a good stuff rise that silver. But Ariana Grande is trying to kind of
That's good.
get the cap stop on D. That's a good cap stop, though. Well, I mean, nothing to say much about this. Nothing very special or spectacular. So let's continue. I don't know what I could say about this to analyze. Nothing to analyze, really. And now Luca has the cap point advantage, and Ariana Grande needs to get away because
Oh yeah,
if
that's
he
good.
insists. That's a good point. Ariana Grande, he might have a good idea here. But he's getting a little bit ambitious because now if you kind of if we kind of trace go back a few seconds ago, yeah, more and more. Yes, Immortals have the cap lead. Yeah, you can see it on the at the top of the screen, 495 compared to 486. What Ariana Grande is doing here on D, he is getting the cap resets on D when a tank goes into the enemy spawn, into the enemy cap. The enemies, they won't get any points from this cap. Let's say D cap. So that means Loki will have two caps that would give them points, while now Immortals only have one cap that will be giving them points. So in the end, Ariana Grande, his job here is to kind of get back the cap before Loka, and that's why he's going for D and doing a brief cap reset, something like that. And even if Immortals kind of splash onto Ariana Grande, if Ariana Grande manages to kind of get the cap lead back to Loka, Loka can start defending. Yeah, so this is why Ariana Grande is going to A and D and take a little bit of hit. Let's continue. Countlessly, and he does want to save his hit points, but meanwhile we're going to see some hit points dropping for Loka's side. Hit points still neck and neck. Immortals. Gaseo Jones took a hit by Ariana Grande, but we are not seeing any we are not going to see any turbulence here. It's still relatively a stable atmosphere.
Yeah,
And we're
I
seeing
mean,
some
nothing.
rush in the chat.
Oh.
Cyrillic. Ooh, looking at the hippo push out, that's really good sign. If you have that level of hippo push out, then you're doing something right. Micro details. This is what Locust is really good at. If you compare it to Immortals, they have some tanks with pretty low hit points, and some tanks with full health. So so now Lucas going for Gaseo Jones, which is an interesting call. But Gaseo Jones is spearheading this. He's pretty low. Drop the reactive armor. That means Immortals, they need someone to go forward and shoot Gaseo Jones. Like here. Meanwhile, Gaseo Jones needs to kind of pull back, pull away. Get away from the situation. Maybe you could put a shot into Ariana Grande, but I won't advise that because the F and Unisex will be looking to shut down Gaseo Jones. Oh, don't get politics into this chat, please. That would be good. Gaseo Jones dropping the reactive armor. Loka, are they going for a push or this is a half-hearted attempt? But Gaseo Jones just go, you know what, I'm going to go in, I don't care. But he's spearheading this, so he must be... To be honest, Gaseo Jones had a good idea, but he needs to be careful. But Rudy and Flankeo Jones falling close behind. That means Gaseo Jones now can like pull back, allow these two tanks to come in and shut down Ariana Grande. Meanwhile, can get some tanks over here to go for that. But the medium tanks for the Immortal side, they absolutely need to get and get close into Locust side. There is absolutely no time to get a base because because Immortals doesn't have a cap lead, and they don't have hit point per advantage. Look at the hit point per advantage. So it's kind of very obvious that you need to get as many tanks on the board as much as possible. I can't use Google Translate if I can't use Google Translate while I'm streaming. So really keep it in English. And you don't want my moderators to kind of translate every Russian sentence, right? So please. Well, there we go. Extremely careful. Meanwhile, D is captured by Loka, and Immortals doesn't have a lot of time for that. Ariana Grande is pincered by these 3 tanks of Immortals. Gaseo Jones is down to 1 shot. He needs to absolutely survive. And meanwhile, Immortals, Gaseo Jones is down. Immortals are holding on, but with Immortals, Loka with more hit points here, it's descending into pandemonium. But Maria Jones is there to look at Loka's 4 tanks trying to rush down the Danda needs to get out of this. You can't do it with. You can't do it. Team Co should not go for these tanks. Should go for Kronwagen instead. Meanwhile, Danda needs to kind of come in and kind of let the heavy tanks kind of get a good line and defend against these rushing, very angry Locust forces. We should speak in English. Is trying to escape from this quagmire, but Team Co, it's going to shut someone down, but the Hunter is very low. RG needs to be dealt with immediately, and he's finally down. But Loka with over 3k of hit points, this is going to be a tough one for Immortals. And Flankeo Jones is down. Danda is trying to flank, but we have triple E5s, and against 2 E5s, Crown Vargan from the F is now getting the attention from Danda, but Danda is a one-shot. Rudy is down, and that means Loka will have the first game. Well done to Loka. Well, so I actually don't really know what to say about this because I didn't get the Locust push. But I mean, I don't know what happened to Immortals as well, so a lot. So why did Lucas suddenly have a lot of home pool lead? This is kind of a mystery. But you can say that Luca did really well in that push maneuver and found the right idea there. So good job to Luca for now. So let's actually look at the nope. Do we have any more results? Oh, we have some results here. Oh, Thomas Peterson got a result right. Legion 4-3 against Endgame. Win 4-3 against Immortals and Raid. 4-2 against APA. Now, Win is in the top 4. Meanwhile, Immortals, Immortals, EG, and Win are sharing the same number of points. Raid with 3 points, Legion 4 points, and Loka with 5 points. Loka are officially through to the Blitz Cup. Legion are in touching distance. They absolutely must win against Loka next, and that will be streamed by Eminet. APA and SOS are languishing at the bottom of the table. Hello, Eugen. Schneider. How are you doing? So now, Immortals versus SOS. This is going to be an important match because Immortals absolutely need to win this one in order to keep their hopes in top 4 alive. And they need to win against Raid if they also want to be in the top 4. And this is going to be interesting stuff, obviously. Endgame, they need to make sure they don't sleepwalk into out of top 4. They need to win against APA, and boy, upsets can happen if you are not careful enough. So let's continue analyzing. The second game of Faust. Ginger from North saying he is proud that yeah, I like to see fewer IS4s in the game because IS4 is very slow and just the gun isn't really good. That's not a tank that I really like in tournaments. Just kind of made the game more stagnant in my opinion. Let's continue. Let's head up high and go up and see where they're going to go. Loka going for both D and C. Meanwhile, Immortals are also going for C. This is going to be interesting because it's going to be a tough one to call which clan will get the cap first. But the silver is already in C and Ramirez are doing double cap, but they absolutely must not be reset. The silver needs to be extremely careful, but Immortals we have C at the start, but the silver took a little bit of hit there. So does Thunder. And now that means Loka will have a hit point pool lead. But meanwhile, Tinko's getting A without any trouble at all. Ariana Grande puts a good shell at stop. Teamco, interesting stuff. He's put up nothing and he's getting A without any trouble. And if you don't have cap lead on Faust, that could put you in some sort of trouble because you could get spotted at a very exposed position while you're trying to rotate. So Immortals, with 2 caps, they just need to stay safe. Don't lose any more unnecessary hit points. If they could chip away some hit points from Loka. That would be good. But they don't have the hit point advantage, and Loka will be looking to get the hit point advantage back in order to win. In order to win against them, this is what they need to do if they want to win in the rotation. To get back on the caps, or if they want to kill all the tanks in the end, they need the hit points too. They need that bargaining power. Meanwhile, I think Flankeo Jones, I think this spot might be a little bit useless, personally, because you might be able to spot tanks from there, but then you're just defending, and if you want to run away, if you get spotted, then you have nowhere to run. Personally, would just try to work with a team co, maybe try to get some spots over here, get some spots over this area, just try to close in and form a good horizontal straight line with these tanks here. Into Thunder. This is going to be double fair, but let's head on to Rudy, which is in a good position. Gaseo Jones in the RGK position, and he's looking to RG. Flankeo Jones in the bush, he needs to be extremely careful. But he can't do much with a T22 holding, so he might want to kind of flank around in a team co. It's going to do some sporting. But he has to be absolutely careful. DF is there. Personally, I think the T22 needs to kind of get a little bit more aggressive because they're really doing nothing to the team. They're just holding here, just waiting for a local push. But if they kind of get the information of where the local supporters are, that means Immortals can find a way to kind of get the weakness and do something about it. The more information they have, the better position they will be in. And if Teamco is spotted, then the DF will put some clip into Teamco, and he must be absolutely careful. But now Loki with almost 1k hit point advantage. Teamco is spotted. Can DF land a shell to Teamco? He does land a shell into Teamco. Oh man, now Loka has more than 1k of hit point advantage, and Gaseo Jones is getting chipped away for his hit points. And Loka must be riding high with the advantage they are now having. This is a good horizontal straight, but good horizontal straight line here. This is good for defending. This is a good lineup for defending, but Flankeo Jones, he is Flankeo Jones, flank. So flank. either take this route up or take this route down. Join Team Co. You can run away safely. Just this bush is not worth holding. I mean, you have these heavy tanks that would give you the information, so just kind of relocate. That would be better for you, to be honest. Immortals trying to hold with a good horizontal straight line. They still have the cap points, but they must absolutely stop dropping hit points before Loka is able to do something about it. And Lariana Grande is now capturing B, but that won't get Loka back the cap lead, however. But
Okay,
then, who's next? It will be Immortals versus KO Jones getting punished on while trying to escape, and now I think he left it too late, so nothing he can do about it. I think this is not a good route of escape. I would have gone to here because Team Code didn't spot anything much about there, so he could go down like that and then just join Team Code, go up there. I think it's a better route than going here and here. You know how much damage he took by doing that.
hello,
Logan with
Sugatoni.
2k hit point advantage. This is not looking good for Immortals totally. They absolutely need to start chipping away the hit points off Loka before Loki is able to make a good push. Just a good push from Loki would be sufficient. Still, nothing is happening here. Nothing much is happening. We are in a relatively dull affair, but Edgar is going to get some good overview into Rudy and Gaseo Jones, but he doesn't want to take some necessary hits, and Rudy missed. Edgar missed as well. Ariana Grande is going to. Ariana Grande doing the same thing again, but this time Logan doesn't have a lot of hit point, a lot of cap point advantage. Looking at that difference though, it's more than 100. So Ariana Grande needs to actually capture C in order to swing the cap points back to their favor. So because if look, I think they know they have a really good sort of hit point pool advantage. So just need to kind of consolidate, make a good push, and they could win. To capture D here, no, they say I just got the cap name wrong, but Rudy, can he reset Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande cannot put a shell. Rudy bounced, missed, onto Ariana Grande, but Ariana Grande puts a good shell to Rudy, and he gets D now. Immortals with a good solid hit point pool, with Loki with a cap lead very soon.
Hi,
Da Silva is a little bit alone. He needs support to deal with Ariana Grande, but the energy kills quite low. Grande is trying to come in and support Da Silva.
Stop. Was it an Amarak?
No, it's not. It's not. Sergio is very low. He got pushed out by the Egger and so on. That's why he's killed very quickly. And that's what Lucas wanted to go for. Da Silva is trying to kill off Ariana Grande. He got support from KO Jones. Meanwhile, Survivor 99 is going to shut down KO Jones. He must survive. He needs to put a shell in, but he bounced onto Survivor 99. Da Silva is going to the backside of No Party Without Me. No Party Without Me takes 931. But now, down is KO to KO Jones, a one shot. And Rudy, No Party Without Me is a one shot, but KO Jones staying Loka. 981 hit. The caps are taking tremendously in their favor, but No Party Without Me is killed Rudy. He got dragged, but it's a one shot. Meanwhile, Romeo Jones needs to stay alive, but Immortals doesn't have the hit point pool lead, and Rudy is dead, and that means. So it's very important that you want that hit point pool lead when you rotate, and you don't want to lose too many hit points while defending. So this is kind of the problem for Immortals, losing too many hit points, and in the end they kind of have to pay a lot for that. And this game goes to Loka without much trouble at all. I mean, Loka, they know they need to rotate sometimes, so they are not phased about that. So before I continue, let me change some graphics. So I'll be back very soon, and we will begin with Immortals versus Souls. Somebody asked, what are our favorite tanks? Personally, I love T2 a lot. Can say it's one of my most favorite tanks here. But equally, there are other tanks that I really love. I mean, for tier 10, there is no strong favorite for me, actually.
someone is in school. Pay attention in class, Captain. I think I got everything right now. So let's continue, shall we? Um,
That's not Amaranth!
So this is the Immortals team. Gaseo Jones, the captain of the team, and then we have Thunder, Mess296, Rudy, Tinko, A158 Coke, Flankeo Jones, Ellens, Da Silva, and Romeo Jones. The team they're going to be facing will be So's, and here I'm going to show So's trailer very soon. Wrong slide. Roster. So, Pensalty is the captain of the team, and we have Wonderkind, Winner, Pigula, Lightning McQueen, which is also known as Ganga K-Cross, and he's now named as Robert Schwarzman, I think, if I remember correctly, and then Internet Vashivnyaka, Pachonk Crew, Torchika, and then Heavlump 2003. The last 5 games, Immortals lost 3 of their 5 games, and they won 2 of them in the end. But Immortals need to win this game. This is so important for them, and So's lost 4 of their last 5 games. Only one against APA, that was 4-2, I believe. So both teams, they need to get that point in order to be in the top 4. The last 5 matchups, Immortals won only 1 out of 5 matchups here. So So's definitely, they could put some trouble to Immortals if Immortals haven't warmed up yet. Because against local Immortals definitely felt a bit cold. And if you have cold tea, then it won't be. Well, I love cold tea. Don't get me wrong. So that's a wrong analogy. If you have cold soup, that would be a better analogy. Then it won't taste good. It won't taste good at all. So, they need to be hot as the surface of the sun. They really need that. So, nothing much to say. Let's ask Thomas Peterson, shall we? We need to see how he's going to predict about the next few matches. We're going to start with Loka vs Legion. Loka would win 4-3 against Legion. That is an interesting prediction. Next we have Win vs Raid. Win will be losing 2-4 against Raid, and finally Endgame versus APA. Well, actually not finally, but we're going to see finally for Immortals and So's. Endgame 4-0 against APA, and Immortals versus So's Immortals 4-2 against Souls. Would that be the correct prediction by Thomas Peterson? We will know very soon. Let's see if the room is up. But meanwhile, I need to go to the toilet. Sorry. Well, actually, no. I'll wait until the stream ends. Hopefully, I don't wet my. I hope I don't wet my bottom. That would be good. Oh man. I'll go for a wee. I'll go for a wee after this. After the games. So, if you haven't already, this is how you get coins. My moderators once again will be putting a link in the chat. So if you're lazy, then click on the link, follow the steps there, and you will get your stuff. Hope the room invite should be up. It is up already. Castilla, Immortals versus Stones. There we go, Castilla. Immortals can go for. Whoa, what am I saying? This is Castilla map for you. We've been seeing a lot of rush maneuvers over the sea on both sides actually, but now because it's getting a little bit more common, so the other team defending that push, they will have an idea how to do that. So so that won't be possible. I think we won't see that there, but Castilla is known for being very dull and boring. The reason is that all the two clans here will be looking to reset one another if they are going for that base. So we're going to see a lot of resets there and lots of cap stops and lots of hit points dropping at the start. But then as time goes on, it's going to be really dull because Castilla can be a little bit exposed in certain positions. And occasionally we can see the match using all 7 minutes. They happen to look if it's raid 2 games using all 7 minutes, and by the time those 2 matches finished, some tiebreaker results have been announced. So are we going to see a very boring affair on Castilla? Hopefully not. Hopefully I will be excited. Hello, Chip. How are you? This is standard. So now we're going with Immortals, Gaseo Jones, the Vicky Slide alongside Danda, A158 Cook in the Crown Vargan, Flankeo Jones in the E5 alongside Rudy, Romeo Jones in the IS4, and Team Coon in the 268. Meanwhile, Souls going with a triple Crown Vargan, which is very interesting indeed. The speed is not good. The mobility is not good. I mean, the clip is good. Auto reloading mechanic is a mechanic that I really like. But when you're forced to kind of shoot one shell after it reloads, the DPM could be horrendously low. So you need to be aware of the triple Crown Wagon strategy. Pigula is working in the IS4 alongside Heavlump, winner in the T22, and Robert, which is also known as K-Cross in the Vicky's Light. Ellens is on the subs bench. Match chess gamer saying understandable. What do you understand? So if you're watching the stream on YouTube page, then you're doing it wrong. You won't be getting any rewards watching on the YouTube page. You must absolutely watch it on the portal, on the Wargaming's website, and this is how it works, sadly. So make sure you watch it through the portal, not the YouTube page, exactly. Pigula is changing into Ice4, not an i7, so Thunder is going to be in the T62A's tank that I really like. It's a tribute to me, like King T62A. I really like that tank because it's relatively mobile, not too bad in terms of that, but it's also not good either. But it has a really good gun. This is what I really like. I like tanks with really good guns, and T62A happened to be one of them. So if you could work with that tank, thank you to D4U for putting up the link. Then it will. Then you could do really well. Da Silva is ready, and he's going in place of Rudy. And as we go into this match, we're going to know very soon. Immortals versus Souls. Ah, alright. There we go, Immortals on the north side, Souls on the south side. Immortals are going for A, meanwhile Souls are also going for A. Would that descend into Anarchy very soon? We'll wait and see. Robert in the Vicus Light, he's taking a really special route, but he has to be extremely careful not to get spotted. He spotted up A1 VDA Cook, but Romeo Jones can put a good shell. Romeo Jones spotted up. They spotted up, but Robert's not spotted up yet. He is spotted up, but Robert puts a really good shell into Romeo Jones. Meanwhile, Danda's taking a bit of hit there. He's trying to run away, but Gaseo Jones also trying to run away. They got A pretty quickly. So it's for a cap lead, and that will put them in a very horrible situation. But Picula is now going for C, apparently, but Romeo Jones is there to reset B. Nothing is happening so far. Picula is not going for C, however. Teamco in the T8 punishing whoever is getting a bit too aggressive. A150 Cook dived into the river, and he's back up. A heavy lump is looking at B. Picula is just going ultra aggressive right now. Would that be a good idea? Romeo Jones is brawling Picula, but he's having some support over here. But Gaseo Jones is getting shot a bit. He needs to be extremely careful. Romeo Jones needs to hold a bit. But it's fine if they got B, but Picula got shot again. So that push has been foiled. And Gaseo Jones getting deleted a bit. This is not good. This is getting a bit ugly, but this is oh, Da Silva taking a big fire here, taking more hits. Oh no, he's in trouble. This is descending into a brawl fest very soon. This is a non-linear differential equation that So's going to solve. And the equation that is going to be the continuity equation is going to be a very complicated one, and this is going to be a chaotic one, obviously. But Picula is dead. Da Silva is very low. Sultan is killed. Da Silva is killed. Ooh, so many tanks killed in a fraction of a second, but Lightning McQueen is getting a fire there. But Gaseo Jones is just farming from that position. Flying KO Jones with a good show to Vashivnyaka. But Robin will looking shut down for KO Jones, and he does, which is not him by the way. It's Winner who shut down Flying KO Jones. Romeo Jones getting tracked, but this game looks likely to be our Souls win at the start. Gaseo Jones with a really good shot to Heaven Lump, but Heaven Lump got a Fuego at the back. There are so many Fuego, and Eleni Ferreira must be proud of that. But Teamco is now getting rushed by Winner here. Thank you, Daddy, for real. Make sure you hit the like button. If you don't, then do it now. It doesn't take you a long time, so hopefully you can do that. But Teamco is getting shut down by Winner at the moment, but Winner shut down Teamco. Finally, Romeo Jones a one-shot, Heaven Lump, who will get the kill first, but Heaven Lump is on the adrenaline. Heaven Lump. Oh, bounce onto Romeo Jones, and Romeo Jones got Heavenlong, but would that make a difference? Garcia Jones got shot by Robert. And Vashivniaka will kill off Romeo Jones, and Garcia Jones is dead as well. Chris Siek saying, come on, Heavenlong. We got a Heavenlong fan here, and now Romeo Jones. Let's see the damage done here. Romeo Jones did more than 4k, but Gaseo Jones also did more than 3k, and Vicky Sled just sniping at the back. This is really interesting, but the D5s have been disappointing, with Flankier Jones doing less than 1k, A158 doing just above 1k. Meanwhile, So's doing more than, have 4 tanks doing more than 2k damage. Winner killing 4 tanks doing more than 2k. Robert, man of the match, obviously, doing 3.8k in the Vegas Light. We're in the second round of Castilla. We have Gaseo Jones in the Vegas Light alongside Danda, CHR, the A158 Kirk in the E5 alongside Flankier Jones, the Silver in the IS4 alongside Romeo Jones and Teamco. So, once again, going with a triple Kramwagen strategy with Sigula, Sultan in the Kramwagen alongside Vashivniaka and Lightning McQueen or Genga. Pigula will be in the IS4, Winner in the T22, Robert or K-Cross in the Vegas Light, and Heavenlump could be taking the 215B. Thierry the Silver saying FIFA Immortals. Pay attention, please. Oh my god, I'm feeling a bit dizzy for some reason. And both Immortals and Souls are ready up. In about 10 seconds, we'll know who's going to get a second game. But Immortals are on the south side, Souls are on the north side. There we go. Oh, thank you, Chip, for the nice and kind words. Let's get the show on the road, but I'm stuck behind this red line. Why, Wargaming? Why would you do that to me? Oh, come on, I can't even get up. There we go. What? What are you doing to me? Oh my goodness me. I hate you, Wargaming, for doing that to me. Report! Report! We have Robert in the Vegas Light. Maybe he's running up tanks of Immortals. Immortals going for A. Basos are going for A and B, but Robert is spotted, which is not good, but Cassie just going straight into B. But he didn't cap B in the end because he spotted up Winner. But Isaiah Jones is trying to run away safely here. This is a good call. You don't want to lose unnecessary hit points. Tim could the IS4 attempting to reset B if necessary, but he blind fire into nowhere. Piguda is spotted. This is not entropic at all, but anything could change. Shoot, DQ term increases substantially, but Piguda is getting shots at as well. But Lightning McQueen is getting aggressive, and so does Vashivniaka. A158 Coke in that bush alongside Gaseo Jones. Some attempts in raising down those temporary build-ups have been made by the Immortal side. And that would mean they capturing A would be harder than before. A158 Coke spurred up both Lightning McQueen and Winner, but none of them could put the shell in. But A158 Cook needs to be very careful. He does not want to lose unnecessary hit points. Vashivniaka took a bit of hit there. But will Vashivniaka go for A? A158 Cook is putting back. He's not getting shot at by Heavenlump. Meanwhile, So's are holding very quietly, mysteriously, mystically in this corner. What would they make of that? But the Danda, he's spotted up Sultan, but he needs to be careful. He's trying to run away. Pagula is getting spotted as well, but this is getting a bit spooky. Halloween is coming, so every move is going to be spooky, of course. A158 Coke in the E5. Still getting spotted, but Heaven Lump is doing nothing against that. Lightning McQueen is there. But Immortals now with a hit pool advantage. This is turning out to be a very boring affair. I can't sing you a lullaby because I will get copyright strike. But Pigula is getting shot at a lot. Look at his hit points now. 1,651 hit points. Thunder is getting spotted. He needs to get away from this. Get away, would you? Sultan is getting shot at. Is it a blind fire by Gazelle? Which is really good blind fire here. I mean, how did she predict that? You must have used some magic. Or did you do that? Did you use one of the methods in solving the linear non-linear differential equation? I don't know. We'll never know. But still very dull affair. Light bulbs getting lit up. I mean, Thomas Edison would be happy about that, but the audience here would not be happy about this very, very uneventful affair happening around. The Silver is trying to shoot into nowhere and nothingness. But we are not seeing a lot of increase in entropy. The temperature is not really high, but if you have lower temperature, then you have higher entropy. So, Hossam saying lol. A158 Cook still spotted, but are we going to have some latent heat Clausius-Clapeyron equation? It's based on the second law of thermodynamics, but now So's now capturing A. And if you know, I've been doing a lot of physicsy stuff because I'm a little bit too bored, but Winner got hit by a massive shell there. He is down to almost 313, but they have to make sure Immortals don't drop too many hit points. Immortals with more than 2 hit point advantage, and Vashivniaka got hit by Romeo Jones. Another bounce scored. Meanwhile, Immortals almost with 3 hit point advantage. Would that mean Immortals can make a move there? But hey, they need to be patient because So's have fortified. Reinforcements have come. But Sultan is spotted as well. Dunder spotted. Teamco could be looking to shut down Sultan, but he does not want to gamble here. They hate containers, obviously. But this is still boring. Come on, 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. If this still continues, this game will go to Immortals because of the hit points. Or is it not? Because both teams have the same amount of number of cap points. Team could spotted. 1 kill will actually swing Immortals to a win here. Only 1 minute left. A kill is absolutely important. Winner needs to absolutely survive. And So's are attempting to capture C here. C needs to be reset. Teamco needs to put a shell. But Robin's getting spotted. Good shell by Danda. But we're seeing some action happening here. Winner is finally dead. And now Immortals are up by hit points as well. Absolutely, they need to get everyone alive. There is still only 30 seconds left to go. And Vashivniaka is dead. 2 tanks down for So's. Immortals, we riding high. They absolutely need to get 1 tank alive. At least 1 tank alive. 25 seconds to go. Lightning McQueen is dead. 3 tanks down for So's. This has descended into entropy very, very quickly. Obviously, with that DQ term, just very, very quickly. I mean, if you just convert it to some other thermodynamic variables, there must be a huge increase there. Pigula is very, very low, 555. And the game has finished. The second game goes to Immortals. Looking at the damage done. Well, that was impressive stuff by Immortus. So getting punished for a little bit careless. It was all about conserving as many hit points as you could, and Immortus came out on top in the end. And we have 4 tanks doing more than 2k. Ramirez is killing 3 tanks, absolutely important and man of the match. Next we have Fort Despair. Carl would say, are they really going to mirror it? Lol. We don't know. This is Fort Despair for you. Fort Despair is quite an anti-meta map that you would be expecting a lot of super heavies there. A corner, this corner is a very popular corner for using 3 heavies. Usually triple E5s or triple 1-3s or triple IS4s, which is possible. You might see an E3 here trying to punish heavy tanks there. Seldom do you see it on the other side, however. This side you have that ramp and the terrain to work with, but not really on this side. So E3, if you see an E3 on Fort Despair, don't be surprised, but don't be afraid as well. If you want to reset, take a medium tank here and do the job. Right, C could be an important cap for both teams, something that both teams would like to go for. But we're going to see Immortals on the south side, Souls on the north side, Souls going with back with Triple Crown Vargan with Sultan, Vashivnyaka, and Lightning McQueen. Pigula in the IS for alongside Winder, Robert in the Vickers Light, and Heavenlump in the 2 and 5B. Gaseo Jones in the Vickers Light, CHRD, A158 Coke in the E5 alongside Da Silver. And then we have Romeo Jones in the IS4 alongside Teamco. Crown Vargan will be taken by Dunder, and Flankeo Jones will be in the mouse. There we go. I think I will get memed by trying to trying to keep the atmosphere going for saying some very nerdy stuff. But hello, Nuno. Pass. Immortus going a little bit on the A and B as well, but let's head over to Gaseo Jones for his spotting maneuver. Meanwhile, Robert's doing the same thing in the Vickers Light. But Souls are going mostly to A, not going to where Gaseo Jones was able to spot. Thank you for the love, Wholesome. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. But Romeo Jones will be going into the middle, and he put a good HE shell into Lightning McQueen and couldn't penetrate into Lightning McQueen, however. What I did is I just splashed with HE, and you could do some 100 damage by keep on splashing, but now Romeo Jones is going really aggressive because there are 4 tanks going to shut down those E5s. The Silver are in trouble. These E5s are in loads of pain here. They realize something is going very off. Rotten X. There's a lot of hydrogen sulfide. Is it the right chemical? But Gaseo is also very low as well. But the Souls very healthy there. They will be lucky shot down A158 Echo, which is horrendously isolated. And Romeo Jones is very low. Gaseo Jones is finally down. This game seems to be a steamroll from Souls, it seems. A158 Cook is dead, but now Flankeo Jones is going to push on and try to shut down Winner. But the team is looking to shut down Pigula here. He does. And meanwhile, Romeo Jones is the focus for Souls. And Winner, it's very aggressive there. Dunder misses onto Winner. But Flankeo Jones is trying to side straight in the mouse. But Shimniaka is going for Romeo instead. Flankeo is getting taken by Heavenlump. And so does Winner as well. But this is not the tank they want to focus for. But that doesn't matter because Souls have 2 tanks more than Immortals, and potentially we could lose another tank, which is Flankeo Jones. And some HE shell coming into Dunder, but Flankeo Jones is dead. Teamco is looking to pick up a tank, but it's just going to be free for all because Immortals is going to lose this 3rd game. Robert's coming in. What's a good push by Souls here. Dunder is killed. And Robert puts a good shell into Teamco. And Robert is dead. And Tinker is the last man standing. Nothing surprising happening over here. Sultan is very low, but Team Cook only survive for long, and he is killed. Third game goes to Sos. There we go, looking at the damage, Team Cook did more than 2k damage, but the E5s got absolutely petrified when Sos just make an iron fist to them. And the mortars just dissolved into the water. They are sodium chloride. They dissolve very quickly. So Sos with 5 tanks doing more than 2k, they definitely act very well as a solvent. And when it killed 3 tanks in the ice war. And meanwhile, we are back on the Fort Despair, Immortals, Gaseo Jones in the Vegas Light, C. Shadi, A158 Cook in the Ice Walls, and Romeo Jones the Silver in the E5, Dunder in the T22, Flankeo Jones in the Mouse. Team Co back in the 215B. While So is going back for triple, Grandwagen seems to be working for them. And triple Ice Walls played by Pegula, Winder, and Robert. And So doesn't like E5 apparently, and Heaven Lump will be playing in the Mouse. Low pick quality. I don't know why, but you should be able to see this stream in 1080p, 60 frames per second. I don't know why. Oh, I didn't. There we go. Let's set up high and see where Immortals are going. They're going mostly to A and B and B and C this time. Meanwhile, So's on the south side going for A and B. Are they going for another Iron Fist? We will see very soon. Hello, Doru. Immortals just very passive here. Oh, well, are we going to snore? But both Robert and Winder are spotted. Sos must be wondering why they got spotted. They are spotting nothing on A. And Immortals on the other hand are going for C. Piguna is spotted, and so does the Silver at a really defensive position. Gaseo Jones is running away from the madness, but Pigula just going straight in. Gaseo Jones is spotted. Meanwhile, Immortals needs to respawn to that. Their lineup could be a little bit too broad, and Team is now getting tracked. When this getting shot at, Gaseo Jones is getting shot at as well. Sos are marching on really proudly, and it seems Immortals need some miracle to pull it back. And Heaven Lump is trying to shut down the Silver. Immortals are in loads of trouble, but Winder is down to 2 shots. Robert's taking another hit there. And hit point pool sharing so far, it's really good from Immortals, but they are dropping hit points left, right, and center. Mainly because Heaven Lump is just farming them there. But Winder needs to stay safe, but he is down to Romeo Jones. It's going to be 7 versus 6. Meanwhile, Heaven Lump is the focus that is called for both A158 Cook and Da Silva. It's an elephant in the room, and rightly so, because Mouse looks like an elephant. And this is really an elephant in the room they need to be dealing with, and that could mean Sos is just pushing, and we're descending into anarchy again. Sultan is dead. Romeo Jones is down to 2 shots potentially, but Robert is the focus for both Gaseo Jones and Romeo Jones. And Vashivniaka puts good show to Romeo Jones, but Romeo Jones absolutely needs to kill off Robert. Does he kill off Robert? He does, which is good. And now he puts a neck in neck. Immortals have done really well to put it back. But Fashivniak has killed off Ramirez. Pagula is dead. This is very, very intense indeed. Thunder is very low, but Gasilja is just going to go past Heavelump. But he's just going to ignore Heavelump at this point. Crown Vargan, Lightning McQueen doing really well, but Flankage is going to kill off Fashivniak. And now it's going to be 5 versus 2 Immortals, making an absolute tremendous comeback here. And Gasilja Jones is down to 1 shot. And A158 Cook is trying to barrel in, even if everything is, even if you're witnessing a dog's dinner, the dog is going to be really going to be full very soon. And Heavenlump is dead. Lightning McQueen is on fire. I am speed, but he's no longer speed. He is dead, and Immortals will be taking the 4th game, 2-2 for both teams. Well, meanwhile, oh, sorry, awesome if it made you mad. But we have Caseo Jones doing more than 4k, Team Code doing more than 3k. Oh no, actually, all Immortals tanks did more than 2k. All 7 tanks did more than 2k. That is a sight to behold. While So's only with 3 tanks doing more than 2k, and this is a really good game by Immortals. Congratulations! Now we're on Albert starts. Let's go for Albert starts. This is Albert start for you. Albert starts A cap. The north spawn is closer to the caps, while south spawn is not as close. So usually, you would want to go for cap control for the north spawn and map control for the south spawn. I think inherently the south spawn is more difficult to operate. But now we're going with Gaseo Jones the Vickers Light, double E5 played by CHRD, A158 Cook, and the Silver. Cromvanger in the will be played by both Thunder and Flankeo Jones. Meanwhile, Romeo Jones in the IS4, Team Code 228. And on the Souls team, let's see their lineup soon here. It's going to be Robert in the IS7. Ooh, interesting choice. For Shiftyaka, Sultan, and Heavenlump in a triple Cromvagen. Mouse will be played by Pigula, and double T22 played by both Lightning McQueen and Winner. Immortals on the north side, which is more advantageous side, and Souls will be on the south side. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, the Crown Falcon have dropped the speed boost. Gaseo Jones, let's head over to his perspective. We will be spawning up nothing, so he could just go for A and start capping it. And he's going to do that. Who will get a cap lead first? Immortals want to make use of that cap lead, obviously. The cap advantage they have on their side inherently. And now Immortals will be getting A. Robert is getting spotted in the IS7. And Sos is trying to capture C with 2 tanks. Lightning McQueen is going in a really aggressive position. Romeo is spotted. Vankeo is spotted. So far, no connections have been made. Ah, probably, Yanni. I'm glad that the picture quality improved for you. Awesome. Are you on the surface of the sun? If you're hot, then you need some air conditioning. This is going to be a dull affair. Why did you do this to me? I'm trying to get this stream as interesting as possible, but you're not doing that. Um, I don't know what to say really. It's just nothing happening. Why is nothing happening? Come on, come on. The inertia is so strong. Caseo Jones in that biggest light just there, just he spoiled up winner. Oh, he take a shot though. Caseo Jones will winner attempt to put a crossfire into Caseo Jones. Nope, it won't be the case. But it's going to be Souls that needs to be pushed because they don't have the hit point advantage. Would they make a attempt over to B? Yeah, but Roberts is getting spotted as well. So does Romeo Jones. Vashivniaka is not getting spotted. Roberts getting spotted still. Roberts getting spotted again. Romeo Jones getting spotted. So's are making a push. Roberts taking 228 and I-7. His hook, a really big hit. He's getting eviscerated. He's taking ever more hits. He's going to take more though. Pigula in the mouse. He's going to be bullish against Thunder. But let's see. Romeo Jones, he needs to pull back. He is going to be under a lot of fire. He is going to be fried very soon. If he doesn't pull back, then we can bid farewell to Romeo Jones. Goodbye, Romeo Jones. Good night, says So's. And he is down. First tank down from Immortals, and hit points are neck and neck though. So's have done a really good job held in this pocket, but they just go straight in and they're trying to shut down Gaseo Jones. Gaseo Jones knows he's falling into a trap and he's going to be taken down very, very soon, and he got taken down very quickly. Meanwhile, Flankier Jones trying to brawl Roberts. He must put that shot in. He does put that shot in. E5s needs to be really careful. The team co is in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have a turret and he's down. So's will get this one, actually. The silver is next focus for So's. Meanwhile, A158 is still really healthy, but Crown Fog and Blackage is trying to put as many shells as he could, but he could not. The silver could not kill off Sultan. He got killed by the Lightning McQueen. Why did A158 could not make an actually shell into the Sultan? I don't know, but Flankier just kills off Sultan. A158 Cook is killed. Thunder is killed. Last man standing, Flankier Jones. And he's killed. So's got got the cap and also the kills. It's going to be a win for So's. And this is going to be a match point for So's. So's look really, really strong. Immortals got punished for their leaky defensive maneuver, and Flankier Jones killed 2 tanks but did more than 2k. But meanwhile, So's have 5 tanks doing more than 2k. That's a really good sign. Kramwagen, Vashivniaka and Lightning McQueen doing more than 3k and killing 5 tanks. Meanwhile, we have Immortals back with Gaseo Jones, the Vickers Light, A158 Coke in the E5 alongside the Silver and Romeo Jones. Down there, the T22 Flankier Jones. In the mouse, A158 Coke back in the 113. Team Co will be taking the E5 potentially. Nope, A158 Coke changes into E5, and Gaseo Jones, he's going to change into another medium or light. He's going to stick with Vickers Light. Meanwhile, So's going back with triple Kramwagen, Pigula in the mouse. Gaseo Jones is changing into a 140. Interesting choice here. Mobility is kind of an illusion. 140 is people use 140 because of mobility, but it is just a fraction ahead of the T62A. Actually, not much mobile, so it's kind of illusion, I must say. But finally, Immortals are finalized with triple E5s played by A158 Cook, Romeo Jones and Team Co. Double mouse played by the Silver and Flankier Jones. Thunder will be in the T22. So's will be taking triple Kronfagen by Sultan, Internet, Vashivniaka, and Lightning. And also have a lot of they going for quadruple Kronfagen. They want to finish the game off. Pigula will be in the mouse, winner in the leopard 1, and Robert in the biggest light. There we go. Sorry. The game, man. Let's head up high, shall we? Immortals going mostly to B and C. Meanwhile, So's going a lot on A as well, and they are sending tanks to C. Even on the other hand, at the same time, Immortals using speed boost and trying to do something about C. Lightning McQueen spotted. Fashidnik is spotted. Immortals, they need to be really careful about this. Meanwhile, So's are not doing anything on A at the moment. Gaseo just needs to be extremely careful. Going B could be a horrible move. He briefly went into B. Oh, but he's facing a Pigula, though he got tracked. He knows he's in trouble. He knows he just made a mistake there, and he needs to go out as soon as possible. Robert is going for A, and So's are going for C as well. Immortals will be having a very, very terrible cap disadvantage here. Gaseo Jones spotted up Pigula again in the mouse. So's could be getting all 3 caps at this point, but they're ignoring A. They know that they don't need to get another extra base, they just can do it. But Pigula is getting reset in the mouse. But So does specifically getting a hit there. Oof. Good, Yanni. Calm run turns. The game is hot, then check your CPU, okay? My laptop went into a blue screen of death when the laptop's just overheating. But So's now over 1k of advantage. They should realize this advantage now and start to push in. Pigula is going to push in, but Immortals are falling apart. A with the A-Cook dropping a reactive armor. So's are going to finish it off. I think Immortals are falling apart here. Team Co is going to be the focus for the Kramwagen here. He's going to take a lot of shots here. Team Co can't survive for long. His reactive armor could only do much. But Romeo just will be looking. He bounced onto Vashivniak, aim with the A-Coke. Puts a good shot to have a lump. And meanwhile, Danda is doing a 1 vs 2 against 2 tanks, which is going to be hard, obviously. But the Immortals, they need a miracle. They need a spark. And A with the A-Cook put a good show to have a lump. But A with the A-Cook is dead. So like KO Jones bounced onto Sultan, but Romeo Jones is not healthy here. Puts a good show into Sultan. But Danda is dead. For Shifniaka, no, it was Robert. The only tank alive, but just a 1 shot on A. It's going to be a GG for So's here. So's will be winning this fixture. And I think Immortal's dreams in the top 4 could be well over. Unless miracles happen. But I don't see it, to be honest with you. So's going to capture B as well. Even if they don't kill all the tanks, they're going to win by caps here. Oh, some heat in the stage going on. And now So's are winning by caps. Congratulations to So's, really well done. So Immortals again doing a little bit, losing a little bit too many hit points, I would say. Let's look at the damage. Chipoto's Chip saying, how did Immortals do this one? Simple. The defensive lineup is bad. The defensive formation is just bad. It made it easy for So to just get the focus fire right, yeah? Don't ever hold heavies with figures, like, don't do that. That's a good point. But Immortals with the double mouse doing the most damage, doing all 3k. Meanwhile, our tanks for Immortals side just did not impress at all. So's Kranvog and Lightning McQueen doing more than 3k, and then we have Sultan, Roberts, Heavlump, and Winner doing more than 2k, and they did really well in this match, obviously. So this is it, really. Let's see other results. I got a message. Oof. Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! Win are coming back. Win are coming back. Oh my god, this is interesting. Oh my goodness me! We now have 3 points. This is going to be an interesting, really interesting. Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! I can't wait to see the other results on other sides. Immortals have dropped down to 6th after losing to So-Sos with 2 points as well. Endgame, they must win this one. But that could mean all 7 clans could get into top 4. This is going to be strange. Oh my god. Don't know what to say really. This is amazing stuff. So this is on Fuego. That's true. Yeah, well, while we wait to just kind of like analyze some matches, shall we? I don't know, like a particular good match. Let's actually go for I don't know. To be honest with you, just pick a random game and we'll analyze, shall we? There. You know what? Let's get this game. First game on average starts. It's good to analyze that, right? There we go. Let's go. Yeah, you will get rewards for watching this, but you make sure you watch it through the portal, not the YouTube page. There we go. Let's get the screen up. Immortals on the north side, which is more advantageous side, and Sos will be on the south side. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, the Crown Falcon have dropped the speed boost. Gaseo Jones, let's head over to his perspective. We will be spotting up nothing, so he could just go for A and start capping it. Yeah, this is a very common spot for spotting up, but then the distance would be like borderline for spotting, so I personally would prefer this spot to spot instead. You can look at that slight rising. You could hold down a bit. You could get shot if you're not careful enough, but this is going to be guaranteeing you a spot instead. So let's see. And he's going to do that. Who will get a cap lead first? Immortals want to make use of that cap lead, obviously. The cap advantage they have on their side inherently, and now Immortals will be getting A. Robert is getting spotted in the IS-7, and Sos is trying to capture C with 2 tanks. Lightning McQueen is getting in a really aggressive position. Romeo to spotted. Yeah, look at that really good defensive flyer here. But as soon as Sos pushes on one of the sides, that will become a vertical straight line for Immortals. So they must absolutely kind of reform. Yeah, this is what I would go for the horizontal straight line. They kind of needs to kind of regroup, but once Sos have made a push. Van Cage spotted. So far, no connections have been made. Ah, probably Yanni. I'm glad that the picture quality improved for you. Also, are you on the service or off the side? Okay, let's
Need
actually
some
skip because it's
need-
going to be getting a
no,
bit
if-
boring. Um, just he spoiled up winner.
it's
So
still
he
very dull.
put advantage. Would
I
they
think
make
that's probably it.
a attempt over to B? Yeah, but Roberts is getting spotted as well. So does Romeo Jones.
So's one.
Vashivniak is not getting spotted. Roberts getting spotted still. Roberts getting spotted again. Romeo Jones getting
Fast. Oh no,
spotted.
no, we don't need to fast
Hook,
forward.
a really big
Oh,
hit.
oh my god.
Roberts taking 228 and I-7. He's Hook, a really big hit. He's getting eviscerated. He's taking.
Ooh, in this situation, just stop. Well, yeah, go into the building, stop moving, and wait for the rest of the Souls team to barrel in. They're looking like a third, yeah, looking like easy pickings for Immortals. They just need to get down. These need to kind of come in and start support. Winner needs to kind of like rotate around. Yeah, so this is what Souls should be doing.
Every more hits, he's going to take more though. Pigula in the mouse, he's going to be bullish against Thunder. But let's see, Romeo Jones, he needs to
So you saw that Robert stayed behind because he has very low hit points, and meanwhile the Crown Vagans and the T22 moved in and tried to shut down Romeo Jones, where Immortals now they are showing the vertical straight line, and they must absolutely start to regroup now before Romeo Jones is going to die under the hands of Souls.
pullback, he is going to be under a lot of fire. He is going to be
But he's still
fried
not
very
moving
soon.
back, so this is a mistake by Romeo Jones. That's so many tanks trying to barrel in, and now Immortus on the other side needs to absolutely come in and support Romeo Jones. Romeo Jones needs to pull back down the bridge and side scrape. Meanwhile, Flankeo Jones needs to start pushing forward and maybe start shielding Romeo Jones.
If he doesn't pull back, then we can bid farewell to Romeo Jones. Goodbye, Romeo Jones. Good night, says Soz, and he is down. First tank down from Immortals, and hit points are neck and neck though.
That was a good response by Immortals to kind of put a good horizontal straight line, but Vicky's Light is no tank to defend. Like you don't want that Vicky's Light to defend. So in the end, I think now Garcia Jones has put himself in facing the frontal armor of these tanks, so it's a really bad idea. He should be going the other side, however.
Sales have done a really good job held in this pocket, but they just go straight in and they're trying to shut down Gaseo Jones. Gaseo Jones knows he's falling into a trap and he's going to be taken down very, very soon, and he got taken down very quickly.
So you saw a very huge mistake by Garcia Jones, so he didn't say anything.
Meanwhile, Flankeo Jones trying to brawl Robert. He must put that shot in. He does put that shot in. E5s needs to be really careful.
And now, I mean, so what they did really well in this push, they focused the right tanks. They got a really good focus priority. They took down Romeo Jones, who is absolutely isolated, and they took down Gaseo, very nervous Gaseo Jones, which went into the enemies. And now they're going to take down Tuzate, which doesn't have any turret. So this is a good focus fire priority by Soz. And Flankeo Jones is also pretty low, so they could kill them off very soon.
Teamco is in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have a turret and he's down. Soz will get this one actually. The silver is next focus for Soz. Meanwhile, A158 is still really healthy, but Crown Fog and Blackage is trying to put as many shells as he could, but he could not. The silver could not kill off Sultan. He got killed by the Lightning McQueen. Why did A158 could not make a nation shell into the Sultan? I don't know, but Flankeo just kills off Sultan. A158 Cook is killed. Thunder is killed. Last man standing, Flankeo Jones. And he's killed.
So
got
in the end, you saw just two big individual mistakes cost
Immortals that game. Originally, they have their hit point pulley, but then defensive lineup just not good. And then you have Gaseo Jones, who is going back to the frontal arm of the enemy. So in the end, just these kind of mistakes that Immortals need to prevent, they will be fine. They will be better. But this is not looking very promising. Let's see if we have someone in the lounge. Nope, we can analyze another game. And let's see if we have any more results coming in. Yes, we have more results coming in. Loka lost 3-4 against Legion and game 4-3 against APA. Ooh, APA trying really, really hard. However, APA will be out. We're going to do a lot of backs here.
At the moment.
Hello,
Bless him.
Fujit. Hello, Fujit. I finished analyzing, but oh my god, this is going to go down to the very, very last day.
Mate, Win have already given me 2 heart attacks today. Okay, I can't have a third one on Sunday.
You will.
Unbelievable. I mean, seriously, if you get the chance, the Raid. I mean, always played really well against them. I must admit. But Win, they talk about edge of your seat stuff. But with Raid, that last game, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Raid had it. They had it. And then spectacular play by Rambo from the north.
Right.
Taking out, just managing to take out Naro Assassin, whittling it down to a 2-on-2. Raid had almost 4,000 hit points against the 1,200 of Win.
Yes.
Toby tried to cap C. And then the teamwork between Kuma and Rambo to take on Toby was just blowing you away. It's brilliant to watch, just brilliant, and that is what won the game for them.
Ooh.
Just amazing teamwork.
Great to hear.
They dug deep tonight. Did Win really dug deep?
Congratulations.
And absolutely. I mean, it's not to say Raid or Souls played badly. They didn't. They played some great games, but Win really deserved it. They dug very deep, and
Yes.
I'm made up for them. Absolutely made up for them. They worked hard to get there and chuffed. But you're right. I mean, I've just been looking at the chart, and it's not over.
No, it's pretty much in the balance. We have 5 clans that could get into top 4 in the end. That could fight for top 4. However, both Legion and Loki are through. So this is the certainty.
Yes.
And obviously with Legion winning against Loka 4-3 tonight, Legion just sent both. Legion sent themselves into Blitz Cup, and Loka already in the Blitz Cup after winning. Winning Immortals 4-0, which is interesting. Immortals just doesn't have the spark tonight. However, they had some good games, some good wins against Souls. Like that fourth Despair game, I thought Souls had it, but then Immortals turned it around with their immaculate focus fire and isolating maneuvers and strategies, and so have to pay. But they were taking a lot of Crown bargains, and most of the time it worked for them. But sometimes it could work against them because of the DPM. But Immortals just not at it, with a lot of bounces happening for them, and then their defensive formation just caught very leaky couple of times and losing some unnecessary hit points. Gaseo Jones was so ropey tonight. He's so nervous, and he made some very, very nervous mistakes, I must say. And obviously,
well, there's a lot to play for. You can't blame them. There's a hell of a lot at stake here.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like in one of the games we were on Hellas, and Souls took 3 Crown bargains, and it try as they might, Win just couldn't get past those 3.
No.
And then Raid took 3 Mouses on Fort Despair, and again, Win just couldn't get around that. Try as they might, but boy, has it been exciting! It's been unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so you streamed Win versus Souls as well.
Yes, both the Win games I streamed.
What happened?
And well, it went to the wire. I mean, Win lost the first game. Souls really piled on the pressure there, and then it was just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. You know, Win then went ahead, and then Souls brought it back to 3-all. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
then going into the last game, going into the decider, Win just said, "No, we're putting our foot down here, guys." And it was just brilliant to watch. Just brilliant to watch.
True.
And then same with Raid. I mean, it was toing and throwing. But that last game, seriously, on Alpenstadt, it's just unreal.
Yeah.
Raid had it. Honestly, I said, Raid have got this. And then the teamwork with Kuma's in your chat.
Yeah, he is.
The teamwork from Cougar and Rambo was just unreal. No,
Cougar, have you joined Win? I didn't hear about that. Cougar, could you explain?
No, Cougar's still the clan leader of Imor. She's not moved. Kuma.
Okay,
the teamwork. Seriously, the teamwork between Rambo and Kuma at the end was just outstanding.
Yeah,
You'll never see better team play. Honestly,
I must watch that in the end. Well, actually, I think a lot of people are interested in seeing hypothetical situation here between Win, Endgame, Raid, Immortals, and Souls. So let's actually run the different scenarios, shall we? Alright, so actually, Legion will be facing AP in the last, so that will be the least exciting game, obviously. I'm happy it's going to be Loka versus Souls, so let's assume Souls win 4-0 against Loka. Just somewhat unlikely that let's just assume that. And then Immortals 4-0 against Raid, and then win 4-0 against Endgame. Let's just run this first, okay? So running this, we will know that Win will be finishing in the 3rd place, Endgame in the 4th place. Meanwhile, it will be a four clans will be having 3 points. Yeah. So now I need to get my tiebreaker. I need to get my code up and see if it's going to work. So, so bear with me here. Invalid syntax. No. Where did I go wrong? Placing swords. Something has gone wrong with my code. Hate this.
well, I've just seen that. Yeah, win is one win above EG
Yes.
with
That's
19. Yeah.
Yes. Where has it gone wrong? I don't know where it has gone wrong, to be honest with you. Something is wrong with this. Oh. No. I don't know what happened there. Oh, yeah. I think I know. I think I know. But just could you give me a few minutes to sort that out first, and then I'll continue. So that I have to put it like that.
Oof. Oof, I'm still getting over it.
Okay, so
Yay, we got you past 500 subscribers.
thank you,
Nice.
thank you very much. Oh, it's not defined. Why is it not defined? What? Are you serious? What have I done wrong with this? What's going on? Sorry. Let me fix this code first, okay? I will be back very soon for this scenario. Sorry for the wait. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have why is it not defined? for some reason. I must have missed something here. Oh. Okay, I know what's going on here. I need to do this. Okay. I think I know what's going on.
Hey, I don't know if I've got Pincer now, Chipolata's life. I think that's gone to Fishy, is the honest answer.
Why is it wrong again? What's going on? The
Yeah, I've
code
got
is not
speed in Genesis, so I don't have GMA in Pincer tonight. Because Fish has got the what's it called, the coin string. So they gave me speed in Genesis, and they gave Fishy GMA and Insurgent's Pincer. Yes, Pincer.
Alright, sorry guys, I found some problem with my code. Sorry for taking it long. I'm fixing it. Sorry for the wait. Oh yeah, okay, so while you're waiting, Fujit, what do you think about just kind of now in this stage? How do you feel?
In what do you mean? Have I got past my heart attack?
Well, yeah. Then how do you feel about the season so far?
Oh, this has been. I mean, forget the distractors talking about the ascents or whatever you want to call them, the prove your skill.
Yeah.
You've seen a completely different gameplay. I mean, they've just upped it up so many gears. I mean, it's been fast and furious. It's not been standoff, really. I mean, every game I've streamed, it's not been, oh, let's just sit at the back and wait. It's not been like that. It's really been aggressive gameplay from the EU. And a lot of people turn around, especially the IU server, a lot of people on the IU server turn around and say, oh, the EU are not an aggressive server. But I tell you what, those games are some of the best games you're ever going to see in Blitz. Across all of the clans who have played. I'm not just saying Legion, Loka, blah, blah, blah. All of the clans who have played, those are some of the best games you will see in Blitz at this level. It's just been absolutely spectacular. Edge of your seat stuff all the way through, and completely exciting and very, very entertaining.
Yeah.
And I've loved every minute of it. And it's a shame that it finishes on Sunday, because it's just been spectacular to watch. And all the guys who have played from Legion all the way down to APA, and all the clans in between, Loka, Win, EG, Immor, Raid, and Salt, they must be absolutely shattered because they've given it their all. They really have. Well, I don't know much about APA, but the others have given it their all.
Yes.
They've thrown everything, including the kitchen sink, at it. And that is just amazing to watch.
Yes.
And who was it who came onto my stream? Who was it again? I can't remember who it was now. I think, Killer from the North said, I guess there's no need to make clan wars interesting, eh? Which is true. I mean, if you're going to make it interesting, boy, did they make it interesting. It was just brilliant. Start to finish. And unlike Asia, going into Sunday, it's not decided. So it's still going to be an exciting day. It's not decided. Okay, it's decided with Legion and Loka, but those two top four spots are still up for grabs.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. What about you?
Me? Definitely. I thought the next stream I have would be the least exciting, but it wasn't the case. It's going to be the most exciting of the. No, not the most exciting. It's going to be really exciting. We'll see whether So's going to be making some unpredictable results here, and I still can't get the code right for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. but still really good to see what's going on there. So
That's been great. It's been great. And I mean, I said at the start of the stream that tonight was a big night for Win, to be fair. And it was a big night for Win. They needed to win both games. Souls did not make it easy for them.
no.
In fact, Kuma has stated in your chat, Souls played really well. Honestly surprised positively. They didn't make it easy for Win. Souls played their hearts out. They really did. And they played spectacular stuff against Win.
Yep, obviously.
But Win dug that extra bit deeper, and then they needed to win that game. And then going in against Raid, it was a must-win for both teams, Raid and Win. And you could see that both teams were doing everything they could to win these games. And that was just edge of your seat stuff. It's just brilliant.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there can only be one winner, and on the night it was Win to the expense of Raid. But what a way to win it! I mean, again, Kuma says there that it was nice to carry with Rambo there, and it is. It's a spectacular bit of teamwork. I know I've said it a few times, but boys, everybody out there, seriously, if you've not seen it, it is a spectacular carry. It's brilliant. If you want to see teamwork at its best, that really is teamwork at its best.
True indeed.
I mean, the coordination on it. At the end of the day, poor old Toby in a super conk, he had a lot of hit points left, and wow, they just worked so well together. It was awesome.
Right. If that it is. If I got the code right, if you're seeing this result tomorrow, Immortals will be in the top 4. Yes, Endgame will be out. Yes. So if Endgame lost to Win, and if Loka lost to Souls, and if Immortals won against Raid, Immortals would be through to the top 4. Yep. So in this scenario, this is going to be the scenario. What if Endgame won against Win? Let's get a scenario up, shall we? If Endgame won against Win will be in the top 4. Immortals will be out of top 4. Yes, so this is a scenario that you'd be expecting. So let's go back with Loka won against Souls, and obviously Souls will be out. So let's keep that scenario here. How about Immortals versus Raid?
I think Raid will turn on. I mean, Raid tonight will be disappointed.
Yes.
They'll be disappointed for not beating Win when they came so close.
Yes.
And they'll be disappointed, and you'll see a more determined Raid on Sunday.
Yeah. And if Raid won against Immortals, then Win will be out. So Win must absolutely win Endgame. So the only scenario that we are not sure of is that Immortals win against Raid, and everything could happen.
Yeah, I mean, Win, to be fair, I would have thought Win would be looking positive towards the Endgame battle. Endgame have not been firing on all their cylinders, to be fair, in this tournament. They're still tough. They're still a tough opponent. Don't get me wrong. They're not an easy opponent.
Yes.
But they've not been firing on all 4 cylinders.
Right.
And Win will know that. And Win being the way they are, which is unpredictable,
yes,
and unconventional, they do not play the games that people think they're going to play. I was saying in the stream, they're very difficult to stream because they're all over the map.
Right.
Literally.
Yes.
There's action in every corner with Win.
True.
And you don't know who you're going to follow. Which part of the action should you look at?
Yes.
And that flusters a lot of teams because they're very difficult to counter our Win. Sometimes they're easy, but most of the time they're very difficult. And it's going to be a tough match for Endgame.
Yeah, it is.
But they are a really good clan, and don't underestimate them.
Yeah.
But Win will be buoyed up after beating Raid. They will be really buoyed up. They know it's theirs to lose.
Yes.
And that's a big mindset. And they've worked hard to get here. They've always had the capability of getting here. They've worked hard now to get here. To throw it away at the last hurdle, well, it'd be a disappointment for everybody. But that's not to say I don't want Endgame to go through or anything. Of course, I love all the clans. But I've got a soft spot for Win. Because they're entertaining and they're exciting and they're different and they're the underdogs.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
Obviously, yes.
I mean, Endgame, Loka, Raid, Legion, these are the guys everybody talks about. I want Win there. Shake it up a bit. Wrap some cages. Wrap some cages. Get the underdogs there. That's what I want to see.
True. But however, I think we have to say goodbye to Souls because none of the scenarios would put Souls in the top 4.
Souls have got a tough match.
They've got a tough match. Even if they won 4-0 against Loka, they will be out of top 4 still.
Yeah, they've got a tough match.
Yeah, they got a tough match. But the tiebreaker would mean Souls would not be in the top 4. Unfortunately. Because they lost against Endgame, if I remember correctly. They lost against Endgame. They won against Immortals. They lost against Win. They lost against Raid. So no, so Souls will be out of top 4. So I'm sorry to say, but Souls won't be in top 4. So it's all up to so yeah, my stream's not going to be very exciting.
Well, I've got Win and Endgame, and I'm going to get
your
some
game
heart
is
attack
going
pills.
to,
I'm going to get heart attack pills and everything. I tell you, I'm going to get resuscitators, the works, because it's good. That's it. They sent me into hissy fits, both Souls and Raid games. I mean, it was just unbelievable. And this is what they do. I love streaming them, but at the same time, I hate streaming them because they send you crazy. They really do.
Yes. So, let's see the tiebreaker between 3 teams, however. So, assume that Souls lost. Wen will still be in the top 4 because they won both Immortals and Raid. Yes. So you see Raid with 20 wins, but still not ahead of Wen. So even if Endgame lost, and Immortals must absolutely win. But even if, Raid, if they won, then Win will not be in the top 4. So Win, if they need to be safe, they should win against Endgame. And for Raid, what if Win won against Endgame?
Well, if Win wins against Endgame, then
Endgame will be Endgame are out. Endgame are out. Immortals won against Endgame. Did Immortals lose against Endgame?
I think no, they didn't. They beat Endgame.
They beat
first
Endgame.
Game, wasn't it?
They beat Endgame.
Wasn't Immor their first game? Immor and Endgame
yeah. They beat
Endgame. Beat them.
Yeah, they beat Endgame, but if theoretically, if Immortals beat Raid as well, that means Immortals will be in 4th.
Oh, there you go. It's still everything to play for then.
Yeah, so Immortals, if they win against Raid, they will be very healthy. They could get it. They have a really high chance of securing a top 4 spot. Yeah, but absolutely. What if? Yeah, but then Win must win against Endgame. Endgame must win against Win. So your stream is going to be really, really interesting.
It's tight. I'm telling you, it's tight. Yeah. And as I said earlier, it's at the end of the day, the mindset that these guys are going to have is it's theirs to lose now.
Yeah,
it's literally theirs to lose.
Yes.
They are there. They've just got to bring out another performance on the day against Endgame. Yes. And as they've just shown against Raid, and I've said it for a long time, Winter War are the same. They're exactly the same.
Yeah.
These 2 clans, Win and Winter War, have the ability to spoil any clan's party. I'm telling you.
Yes.
And I'll go back to what I said to you on your stream last night. Win will be kicking themselves for losing to APA.
Yes.
Because that's put a lot of pressure on them.
Yes.
And they'll be kicking themselves over that. Because it shouldn't have been a game they lost, as far as they're concerned.
Yeah.
Not on the strength of what you've seen tonight. So, all to play for. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Loads to play for, yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Right, with that, I'm just gonna mute myself on your stream because I'm gonna close mine.
No problem.
You've got,
Some people
you still
need,
got time to go.
yeah,
You
some
still got
people,
time to go.
yeah, some
Oh,
people will need more time for the coins. So I'm going to analyze another match. So are you guys clear on what's going to happen tomorrow? So that
I'm just gonna mute myself. I'll be back in a minute.
No problem. So that means Endgame and Raid must absolutely win their last final match. And if Mortals won against Raid, then they are very likely going to be in the top four unless Endgame won against unless Endgame won against Win, which would put Immortals in the sixth place. Unless Loka won against Souls, which would put Win also in the top four. No. Oh, this is interesting. If Loka won against Souls 4-0, Raid would be in the top four. If Endgame won against Win and Immortals won against Raid 4-3. How about if Immortals won against Raid 4-0? Oh, then Win will be in because, but then yeah, because Win won against won against Raid, lost to Immortals. No, they won against Immortals. What is that? It's strange. Oh yeah, I didn't put the tiebreaker. Sorry, this is wrong. Yeah, so if Loka won against Souls 4-0, then Win will be in, even though Raid won 3 games, which will still put Raid in the sixth spot. So yes,
Oh,
both Win and Immortals. But I mean, if Immortals won against Raid, they have a really high chance. They need to hope that Win won against Endgame as well. So this is what I'm saying. Endgame, they won against Win, they're surely going to be through, and Ray must absolutely win against Immortals in order to be through. But what if Ray won against Win and Win won against Endgame? Then yes. Yeah. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all, right? Oh my god, so confusing. I know. I think a lot of people here is going to be very confused whether it's going to be Endgame Win Immortal Raid, but we can be very sure both both Legion and Loka are in. Both Sos and AP are out. All
I
right.
think so. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Sos. Your hopes are out. So, well, sorry to be very confusing here.
Yeah, unfortunate for Souls. I mean, they played well tonight. To be fair, they
Yeah.
really did.
Yeah.
But they left it a bit late. They should have played this well to begin with.
Yes, that's true.
But as I said, to begin with, they looked nervous. They looked like they didn't. But seriously, they played like they were saying, "Oh, we don't belong here. We shouldn't be here." You know, blah blah blah. It's been their own doing. Where tonight they were a lot more positive. They were a lot more what you expect from a top 8, top 14.
Yes.
But on the day, I mean, they just left it too late.
Yeah. Hello, Fab. Do you mind if I analyze one more match? Then I will close the stream. If you don't mind, like, oh, we can do this. Fujit.
Yes, mate.
Maybe we can analyze the game together.
Which game?
Which game? Do you want to analyze the last game of Immortals against Souls?
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah, that's.
You can stick it up, yeah.
Oh, here. Okay. There we go. I don't know if it's going to work. Hope it's going to work. No. I'm not streaming this. I'm streaming the other thing. Oh no, I can't.
There you
Oh man, I can't screen share.
go.
Sorry, guys. That's not analyzed because we have other people here. We have Yori, Enderman, and Dadil for real. So let's actually ask them their opinions to kind of.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Oh, no, you can't because the people aren't going to see it. Yeah. Because I can share my screen, but the guys on your stream won't see the game between Raid and Win, the last game, because the guys on your stream won't see it. That's the problem.
Oh, wait. You know what? I think I know how to do that. But then you don't see me doing the markers and so. Let's see if it's going to work, shall we?
Let me see if I can share the screen first.
Share my screen.
You can ask Jory to turn it on, and you can both connect to the
Can
Discord.
you see it? Can you see it? Can you see the screen? Do you see the screen?
I will do in about 2 seconds.
Oh, my Discord is crashing.
Stream is paused.
It's paused.
Interesting.
Stream is paused.
Is it working now? Let's set up high.
Stream is paused.
Why is it not working? Why is this,
Oh my god.
a lot on
It's not working.
They are sent.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
stop.
Why is it saying swap to your application to resume? What do you mean by swap to your application?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let's forget about it. Let me ask your opinions in a minute. What do you think about the games tonight? Silence. So let's be okay. Hello, Inderman. Are you going to mute yourself or unmute yourself? Oh, come on. You're already 12. What do you think about tonight's games? Wait. Why is no one speaking? Is Discord not working? Oh, Discord's crashed. Wait. Let's see. Let's try again. No, it's crashed. Oh, that's bad. Nope, I need to do task manager. That's not good. Task manager. I need to end that. This is bad. Or just wait for me, just not working. Hello, I'm Mary. Hello, some of North. There we go. I'm back.
Well,
sorry, I couldn't catch anything from Enderman. Could you repeat everything from the start?
Jesus. Well, what can I say is just pay to win. Kranwagen to win. Really, that's all. The Kranwagens are the new tanks, and the teams, even top teams, just have no opportunities to play against it as much as possible to understand how to counter the Kranwagen.
Yes.
And you just use the Kranwagen to win, and that's all.
Yeah.
Even yesterday we were in a tournament,
Yeah.
and the game we didn't use the Kranwagen, we lost.
Interesting.
You see?
Yeah.
The Kranwagens are too OP right now, just because nobody knows how to counter them, and
Yeah,
it
that's
is
the
easy
thing.
to counter them, but still, it's just 2 days out, and we can see the Kranwagens, and we're hopefully going to see them on Sunday, hopefully from EG side, because I'm pretty interested how they're going to use it, and still for me, the predictions are that Win will win,
Yep.
and Raid will win, and we will see Win and Raid both in the top 4. I'm hoping so.
I hope really.
But if Win will lose somehow to EG,
Yes.
then all of my predictions will be correct. Like 8 of them.
Right.
So we are going to see the top 4 of EG, Raid, Loka, and Legion.
Right.
And we are going to see APA Immor Souls. Because I'm feeling like Souls will win the last match. I'm hoping to, because they can, if they use the same Kranwagens.
Yes.
And then Souls will be the 5th, Immor will be the 6th, and AP. Wait. The Win will be the 5th, the Immor will be the 7th, the APA will be 8th,
Yes.
and Souls will be the 6th. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty tired after work.
I know. I'm saying to everyone, everything would be less complicated if Immortals lost. So, if Immortals lost, we will have a really straightforward result in the end.
In the end, yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting going into the last games, as we said.
Yeah.
It is going to be interesting. There's a lot at stake still.
Yeah, a lot at stake still. What do you think, Yori 12? Yori, hello. What do you think about the tournaments tonight? What are the games tonight?
Well, I just got home. I just got home from work. I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
I feel sorry for you. Do go ahead and watch better games. How about the deal for you? What do you think about tonight's games?
Sorry, I was trying to just listen. But anyhow, yeah, they were great. To me, they weren't really shocking, to be honest. I enjoyed it. I knew the competition was going to be tight, and
yes,
so they were very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
I agree.
Oh dear. Everybody's gone quiet.
Yeah, I'm just shell shocked. I'm kind of like summarizing what will happen. What will happen if Immortals?
First time Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
If Immortals manage to win somehow, and obviously Souls, and first, if Souls lost, okay, let me.
Souls must be out.
Yeah, Souls are
they should
officially out. Yeah, they're officially out. Yeah.
Souls should have won against EG or APA at least, to be in a position where they can manage the top 4. But unfortunately, due to some reasons, Souls are out. The same thing is going to be for Emor, because after today's games against Loka, well, 4-0. I'm not confident in them that they can manage against Raid. I'm not confident at all. And I guess we can try to make the stakes that Raid have after win, and it will be Legion against APA, correct?
What? Sorry. I didn't catch that. I was doing another tiebreaker. I was summarizing the tiebreaker for this.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
There we go. What do you want?
Legion against APA?
Yeah, Legion against APA. I think Legion.
Legion have to win.
No, I mean, yeah, Legion have to win, but even if AP win, it doesn't change anything.
Well, if the Souls will lose and APA will win, APA will be the 7th and Souls will be the 8th. That is the changes.
Yeah.
And
I kind of
no
want to
more.
hear Fugit elaborate on that tiebreaker with Win earlier today.
Which one? the one against Souls?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what can I say? It was just them being them again. Souls worked unbelievably hard to get to where they got today. Yes. And, it's just a damn shame that at the end of the day, only one team can win. Because Souls really did make it hard for poor old Win. However, as somebody mentioned earlier, Souls took out 3 Crown Wagons on Hallis, which were really difficult for Win to counter. To be fair, it wasn't easy for them.
No, it wasn't.
And Souls played well, unbelievably well. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. And in the tiebreaker, if you notice, they didn't take a single Crown Wagon, I don't think. And it played more into the hands of Win, because it was something that they were more akin to. Yes. And as Innerman said, teams don't fully understand the Crown Wagon yet. Players don't. It's new. I mean, some of them have tested it, yes, but it's still new. So it's you don't know all its weak spots just yet.
Yeah.
Whereas when they went out to the last game without a Crown Wagon, Win must be rubbing their hands and saying, well, we know this game now. We know these tanks. We know their weak spots. We know where to aim. We know all of this. We can do it.
Yes.
And I think Souls gave them an advantage there, basically. Well, it didn't give them the advantage. I think Souls removed their advantage with their Crown Wagons. More to the point.
Yeah.
But Win dug deep. Simple as that. Yes. They know it was a must-win game. Yeah. And they dug deep, bless them.
Yeah.
But as much as that game was good, it pales into comparison to the last game that Win had against Raid. Because that was just stunning. I mean, if you really, seriously, I've said this like 4 times already. If you really want to see good teamwork, that is the game you want to see. Because the way Rambo and Kuma hook up at the end there to literally whittle down. Now, Toby was pretty healthy in the Super Conk. Very healthy indeed. Kuma was a 1-shot in the Vickers, near as damn it. And Rambo was effectively just a 2-shot. And together, they took him out.
Yes.
And it was spectacular to watch. And you could see Toby was like, well, I want to get the Vickers out of the game because he's the easy 1-shot. And every time he went, Kuma was just tempting him, and Rambo was just smacking him. Honestly, it was amazing, absolutely amazing to watch. Now, Toby's a fantastic player, absolutely fantastic player. Oodles of experience, and a lot of people would say, "Oh, such a noob." He's anything but. I mean, this Toby is spectacularly good, and you could see his thought processes.
Yes.
I've got a hit point. I can afford to take a couple of shots from the E5, which was Rambo.
Right.
I just need to take out Kuma. Kuma was just like toying with him. You can't do anything with that.
Yes.
You can't do a thing with it.
Yes.
And the way they played it together was just, they deserved to win that game. Win deserved it for that alone. Raid had that game in their hands. Seriously, they really did.
Yes.
They lost that game. They didn't, it wasn't that Win won it. Raid lost it. Simple. And it was fantastic to watch. Seriously, go back and watch it, guys. It's great teamwork.
Right.
And that is why I keep saying Win is unpredictable. Because there were 2 tanks on both teams, and Raid had a hit point advantage of almost 3,000, I believe.
Yes.
Over Win. 2 on 2. And they had 2 heavies. 2 heavies against a light that was a 1 shot, and a heavy that was realistically, I think it was a 2 or 3 shot, I can't remember. And wow, in that situation, you would have said, well, Raid have got this. Just put their 2 heavies together, they've got it. And they didn't, and they lost. Simple. So that's me.
Do you hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Inderman.
The same was on Wednesday when we had their game on the Pearl. If I remember correctly, it was against EG, isn't it?
Sorry, I lost you.
We were playing on Wednesday on the Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
With whom they were playing? EG or Loka? I don't really remember. Or it was EG. Give me just a second, I will check. Because this is the game I wanted to speak about. Where I already said that we are going to lose this. And they won it.
Right. So before Inderman continues, just to summarize here, it all depends whether Raid can win against Immortals. If Raid lost against Immortals, Raid are out, and if Raid won against Immortals, it boils down to the winner of Endgame versus Win. The winner of that game will advance to the top 4, and the loser of that game would probably be out. If Raid would be out if Raid won, obviously. If Raid lost, if Win won that fixture against Endgame, both Win and Immortals are in. If Endgame won that fixture, both Endgame and Win are in, regardless Win losing. Because Win won against Raid, Immortals, and Souls, if I remember correctly. So that means it all depends. Everything would be set in stone. Would be easier to understand if Raid won. But then it was just very. I don't know, just regardless of the result of Loka versus So. So even if So's won, So would still be at the 7th place. That is for sure. Right, everyone clear.
Yeah, it was Win against Loka.
Yes. Okay, go for it.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I remember that they all, as 7, went to the seaside. Yes. And from Loka, it was the T-22 on the middle, who just should stand there and just like shooting. And I remember that Win got stuck, got down on like 3,000 or 4,000 HP, and they rushed because they had no other opportunities. And I've said at that moment, because I was in the voice with my guys, and I've said at that moment that Win waited too much and they should lose this. And somehow they've turned it around to from being 5-7, they turned it to 3-3, and they win it just because Kuma on his Vickers was alive for the whole game.
Yeah.
And the T22 on the middle of the Pearl, being there alone and had 100% position from where he can just stand and shoot, he just went into the fight and instantly died. And at that point, when you have 2 heavies and the Vickers against 3 heavies lose just because Vickers is too mobile and he has its powerful HEs. And despite from that, the thing that the mobile tank, the fast tank from the Loka side, goes in and dies, and the mobile tank from the Bean side stays alive till the end of the match, shows that even the, I don't know how to say, even being so drastically down, being out for 4,000 HP, if I remember correctly, after the first minute of the game, Win can still win because they fully understand what they are going to do.
Yes.
And from this point of view, I hope that they will win a G and be in the top 4 because they really deserved it. After first 2 matches in the top 8, where they lost like, I don't know, I watched this game, so I was like, what is going on? Seriously, guys, what is going on? After those 2 losses, they went back, they played 3-4 to Loka, who is now the top 1, together with the Legion, by points, I mean. And they are now pretending for this top 4, and I really think that they deserve it. I don't want to know how exhausted they are.
Right.
But they deserve it. They really deserve it.
Yeah. Is it endgame 1 against Ray, isn't it? Yeah, endgame 1 against Ray. Yeah, good. Oof, well, so many confusion going on, but I think I will end the stream now. And Sunday will be definitely interesting for the EU server, not Asia server. Asia server is set in stone. So I don't know about NA server. We will see about tonight. So thank you all for watching. I will see you all on Sunday. Tomorrow I'll be streaming the Polish community tournaments. Third place match, Shadow against second team of Phoenix. Finals, it will be So's against APA. Once again, Polish derby. Don't miss out. So for Asia server, I'll be streaming it is Team ID versus GB, and Fujit's Blitz will be streaming Feast versus HLV. And on the EU server, I'll be streaming Loka versus So's. Meanwhile, Fujit will be streaming the most exciting game, Win versus Endgame, and he has the coin streak.
So will every.
And so is every. So is every, yes. But RIP is also going to be an exciting one indeed, because Raid will be up against Immortals, and you know it's all going to be decided as well for Raid versus Immortals as well. So I won't be disappointed if I get very low viewership on Sunday. Just go ahead and watch the most exciting games, and I don't know, maybe we all four can talk together. I don't know. And do a debriefing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I'll talk. I will talk with the others about that, and I can't wait to see the clan trailer that you made, Fujin.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Oof. Right. So until then, I'll see you on Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow and on Sunday as well. And then after that, I'll have
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes, Polish community tournaments. I'll be streaming that. until then, I will take a really big break. Maybe I'll stream Asian Community Tournaments if they go ahead in the end. But then I will take a really long break to focus on my university stuff, and then we'll see you all in November. Maybe we'll have something on in November. We'll see. But for now, the October after tomorrow, after Sunday, it will be a big break. But thank you all, and see you all on Saturday. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Cheerio.